Nothing.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
do we
it's
want to?
Gypsy.
Do we want to just do announcements
Okay,
while
please.
we
Yeah, definitely.
wait for
Guys,
Gypsy to
welcome
return?
back to Dungeon Select episode 18, boys. We're back. Took a little bit of a break for
We almost made it to 20 without two
a
characters
vacation
dying.
that Laura ended up not going on.
Don't even fucking start with me about that. Shit.
Yikes for me in chat.
Yes, yikes.
It's
That's
okay, because I would have had to
fucking-
leave during it.
Bro,
so
I got
it
mad
works.
for you, dude, when I read through that on
Yeah,
Twitter. It
people
was
are-
cool.
How can you even be that incompetent? Like, honestly.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Alex hates a job, dude, bet.
It's
And
actually-
there he's
that's-
gone
oh, yeah,
for
there we go.
real. Woo!
Finally, we got rid of him.
Now,
Well,
all of our
yeah.
cameras didn't get too fucked up, other than Dutch, who is now himself and Belle,
I'm a
and
four-
Belle is
I'm a
now
forehead.
Gypsy.
I am reading Supreme.
It's all good. You know,
Wait, but now you have to be goody-goody.
It's
He'll be back. Give it a minute, guys, and
hopefully
everything will
Gypsy will be back. I
return.
think his internet might have taken a little bit of a shit again because he's having issues, man.
Yeah, he said he was gonna.
I know.
It dropped right before as well.
Thank you, Sassy. It took effort. It took a lot of
You don't know where
taming this
Hanzo
morning.
is?
Yeah,
No
the
idea.
reason we have our little meme Hanzo picture there is he has not gotten in touch today. He might be
No
not
idea.
feeling well. He may require sleep, and either way, he is not around. So, hey, Gypsy's back. All right, so, yeah, that's where Hanzo is. Who knows? It might be like that stream again where he appears midway through. Hopefully, you don't get to watch me live edit OBS in that scenario because we think we found a way around that this time, which is cool. Other than that, we have some, I know I have some, but does anyone else also have some announcements we might want to do
I do.
before we...
But yeah, you can go ahead. You can go first.
Alright, first announcement is D&D related and includes many of us here. Myself, Gypsy, and Belle, along with Sassy in the chat, are going to be doing a special D&D one-shot stream on my channel. We are going to be playtesting the Ice Cream Dice adventure that is a possible add-on for the Ice Cream Dice Kickstarter.
I read that. That's so sick.
Yeah,
They
it's
So,
love doing that.
we're literally going to be playing as psychotic murder children. We're all going to be like 8 to 11-year-olds killing shit. It's going to be crazy.
I think you guys are
And,
doing that. That's super good. That's super cool.
yeah,
The
we're...
Kickstarter still goes to the beginning of the month as well, right?
Pardon?
Yeah, come on.
Their Kickstarter's up for the beginning of the month as
Like
well.
7th
Yep.
of March, I think.
Yep.
or something.
Yep.
I could be wrong.
The Kickstarter goes until like my birthday. Which, speaking of birthdays, that's the second announcement. Segue. I have made official Twitch events for both the D&D ice cream like one-shot stream as well as my birthday stream because my birthday is coming up soon. So if you want to go check out what those events are, like turn on notifications or reminders so you don't miss out because they're obviously special streams. They're not part of like my normal schedule. Link is in the chat.
High touch.
Ah, we're losing everyone
Hey
today.
guys, I muted my microphone. Smile.
Right, because it does that. So yeah, those are my two announcements. Go to the events page, look at the two really cool streams coming up. One's on March 1st, one's on March 5th. Mark those calendars.
Lit.
Yo, shout
I
out
have
to
a little
Belle for her
announcement.
birthday next week.
I hit 1,000 on Twitch. That's
Woo!
pretty dope, right?
Yeah.
Big dabs, deep dabs. I did it. We did
Big
it. We
pogs.
made it. I'm a big
Big
streamer now. I'm a big boy. I can join the quadruple digit club. You know, we did it. Yeah, and most
Does
of you
that
guys in here also follow me, so I want to thank you guys for helping me get there. Smile.
No problem.
We're gonna do a little bit of celebration thing, probably because I have 1 week of college, then I have a week off. So
Okay.
Next week we'll do like a 12-hour big wipe. But I'll
24 hour?
I'll definitely promote it in Love Select Discord and on Twitter. So yeah, keep an eye out. More intel on that soon. Gonna be some giveaways. It's gonna be some good memes. It's gonna be fun stuff. Community games. Gonna be lit.
Memes. Nobody panic. I'm just gonna disconnect and reconnect because my connection's janky.
Okay.
Yeah, mine's a bit. Too bad. Mine's a bit janky.
I was gonna say people keep
Oh my
going
God, it's
robot
gone,
for
it's gone,
me.
it's gone!
Ah!
Yeah, people keep on saying about robot for me, but I can live with
Yeah.
that.
Laura, can you bump my camera like up?
Oh yeah, sorry, because before when I edited it, you weren't here. It was like your
Yes, my
avatar.
internet went down.
No, but it was even before that. You just turned your camera off to like
Oh,
leave the
yeah,
room,
yeah.
so I
Oh,
couldn't
yeah,
do
I
it.
have to-
Yeah.
But yeah, I had to go
Ecto
downstairs
Master.
and check on my router again because it did the green flashing light of death.
Hey,
As
Ecto.
As far as I know, it's fixed. But like, if I disappear at any point, I'll probably be back within like 3 minutes or so.
Cool. We'll keep that in mind. Yeah, so like we said, Hanzo is not here. I don't know where he is, but I assume that, you know, Hanzo, with his sleep schedule, may have just had a rough night, or maybe he's doing something else. So if he gets here, yay. If not, then one of my
I hope he gets well soon. And
yeah, definitely for sure. Like that first and foremost. When it comes to Chimeras, I'll
Hold up for 1 sec, guys. Camera's gonna go wonky. I want to unfull screen. So I'm gonna try and turn Dutch's user volume up because he's quiet for me. All right, there we go. I've boosted your volume. You're fine. You're at 200% now.
Dutch is always quiet until he's too loud.
Yeah, exactly. So when it comes to Chimeras, I don't have an up-to-date character sheet, so we're going to just leave Chimeras in the background. He'll be there in spirit, but he's not participating, just for the sake of ease and convenience. I have to tinker some possible combat encounters on the fly, but we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Other than that, I had another announcement, but it kind of escaped, and I'll probably think about it in a little bit. So if anyone else has something to say before we dive in,
I guess my minor life announcement is, hey guys, I've got a new job.
Hey,
That no longer requires me to be up at 5 in the morning,
That's hype.
which is great. But also, it's like a really short notice right at the moment because we've got a bunch of people coming and going.
Yeah.
So I've basically sold my soul to make sure I can be here every Sunday. But like Saturday,
good lad.
or any stuff that I plan, so like my D&D campaign on Saturdays, anything I have planned with any of you all will literally be like maybe 3 days in advance. I'll be like, yeah, I can make it, or no, I can't.
Fair.
Which sucks, but I had to take that risk when I was like, yeah, I can't do Sundays.
Yeah, fair.
I mean,
we appreciate that we're
doing
the
that,
most
yeah, for
important.
sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I just realized something. Hold on.
What?
It came up and Ecto in chat. I didn't fix it last time. Gwen's little slideshow has still been in our character thing
Oh,
for
yeah.
like 2 weeks. Lol.
That's just because we
She's still
missed
here. What do
one.
you mean? She's been
Yeah,
calling the
so
party
with us,
apart.
lol.
Well, for us to be a part
from
of-
Discord, change, like, make the robot.
No, everyone's still Mr. Robot.
I think we have to restart the entire call, but fuck that.
Yikes, fuck that.
Is it because
Guys,
I
who do you
started the
think
call and then
Nora
my
was
internet
involved?
dropped?
Oh, maybe. If we completely restart the call, will it?
It might fix it, yeah.
But will it? I'm saying, will our cameras all be in new places? If they are,
They should
I'll
be in the same
deal. But
places.
all right,
Yeah, I
It should
mean,
be.
maybe, we don't know.
Okay.
all right. Well,
Yeah.
let's try really fast. Hang, bear with us,
Bye.
chat. Bear with while we figure this out, guys.
Hello.
Hype.
Hello.
I'll just.
It'll be funky for a minute till Hanzo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
the
Until
phone
Hanzo
call
doesn't
drops.
answer. Yeah.
But no one is rebel anymore, so that did fix it for me.
Yeah, it does
Um,
sound better. So I
I
think
need
that
to
was a
make
good
that
idea.
everyone-
I called it.
Before,
It
yeah.
was because I was the host.
Yeah, and it's
Um,
better we deal with that, and it sounds better.
I wish there was a way for me to just
I was
be
gonna
like,
say
Hanzo
something,
is
I
not
can't.
here. Drop him down.
I know, right? Is there a way we can be like, hey, smile?
Not really.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
don't
Stop
think
ringing.
it's
Hey,
fine.
found it. There's a stop ringing option. Never mind. Lol.
Oh, cool.
Did it? I think the camera's
They
still in the
are
right
all in
place.
the same places, yeah.
Yes, they
But
are. They are. We're good.
Laura and Sophie's
Woo!
cams are turned off.
Now you just
Oh,
need
why is
to-
mine turned off? Oh, because
Oh.
OBS probably did a weird thing. Oh.
Sick, dude.
Hello. All right. With that all said and done, I can't remember the other announcement I had, so fuck that.
Just do it there. Do it end of the
I mean,
stream.
if you want
Yeah.
to stall, then I will just say you'll better be here next week because it's my birthday.
Is it actually on Sunday?
Yeah.
Like, is
Yeah.
On Sunday.
Oh, you gotta-
Sunday.
Yo, do you want to make it
Right.
your birthday in game? Like, it does. Do you know? Have you picked Octanus's birthday? Because we could
No,
somehow make it
that'd
like
be sick.
in game.
Shh, don't spoil
Time for a pub crawl, boys.
You'll be celebrating your birthday at a very interesting location.
You're
it. In
you're
the
in.
dungeons
I
of
was
Cal.
like,
I
you're in
just- I
the
just
fourth
wanna-
plane of hell.
Like the only way you can tell it's her birthday, she's permanently
she came
wearing
from
like
there,
a
so-
birthday hat, like a party hat that just says
Hats. Shit.
We're just recording from home place.
She has just one balloon that's like strapped to her wrist.
Let's just say, if you want to
While
make
she's
that,
walking
if you
past
want to
the
make
garbage
that
truck
canon
outside.
that it's Octanus' birthday as well, fine. But you'll be spending your birthday in a really interesting location.
I want to do it.
Is it the ninth ring of hell? Because that's where tieflings
No,
are
it's the
from, and
fourth
therefore
ring.
most
No,
comfortable.
Fifth ring. Psh.
No, you
like
guys are going to
Oh
the
no,
abyss,
no,
what
no!
do you
We
mean?
stop at the fourth. That's when Nicole dies. We then go to the.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, you didn't read far enough on the script, Koiba. Come on.
I don't like spoilers. I don't.
No, yeah. I mean, we can do that.
How
Fuck
are
it,
you meant to
sure.
go by
But
the
yeah, don't expect like a birthday episode though, because.
It's my birthday.
She just like slowly hints at it being her birthday the whole episode, just like
Oh,
very
God.
It's like
subtly.
you've got to be nice to me because it's my birthday.
Actanis doesn't do subtle. Remember, she'll like take a drink out of a baby's hand and be like, "What are you gonna do? It's my birthday."
See,
Brandon
now I
will go
got
to
the
like drink
situation.
something and it'll be empty, and Actanis will be there like, "It's my birthday."
Yeah.
All right.
Make it.
Just a little little bit of covering myself here is that my voice is still a little fucked because I am getting over a pretty severe cold.
Yeah.
So every character I voice will have a cold. It's flu season in the desert. Don't at me. It's canon.
It is canon. Confirmed.
Yeah. So like my
Have to-
voices are not gonna be. They're gonna sound a little different, but I hope I can still make
It's
them.
flu season in game, dude. I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't push it,
Look.
Dutch. If there's a voice you know that's gonna like cause you like an extra day of recovery just to do like a few sentences,
Nah,
don't worry about it.
It can't be any worse than my version of
It's
Camia's
probably
voice.
it's probably the like
That
the,
was great,
the
dude.
guttural moans of the various monsters you guys are gonna encounter today. No, it will be okay. I will try.
They all say ooh woo.
They all
Heavy
say
as
ooh
sex
woo.
suffer.
With that said, anyone want to do a recap of what happened 2 weeks ago?
I mean, I could.
I can barely recap what I had for
I mean,
lunch.
I can do
Oh,
it.
but-
I can do it since it's
I
been
mean,
2
I remember what
weeks.
happened 2 weeks ago.
Do you want to do it?
Yeah.
I want to hear him do it now. He sounds
Alright,
so
Pyraah,
confident.
Go ahead,
Do
bro.
it.
What happened
So-
2 weeks ago? What happened last time on Dungeon Select?
Last time on Dungeon Select. Let's go back a page. We successfully defeated fucking just some guy.
Some dude.
Some guy.
Dickhead. It's a guy that like Octanus had like a problem with or some shit, right? We
Yeah.
killed them. Easy.
Killing
easy
it.
fighting right?
Oh, why
So,
is
we
Koiba's
then-
mic low again? Hold on, let me.
Because I changed my mic settings, Smile.
There, I turned it up.
Well, there we go. Yo, we did that, and then fucking hell, it was a fucking bar party season when we all woke up that day, and day drinking is a thing that exists in this world. Heavy day drinking. But people like Narunk.
Hey, heavy for some people.
But
Some
people
of us.
like Narunk. Yeah, some of us. I didn't try it.
Some of us
That's-
chill.
drank
That's
moderately.
toxic, all right?
Yeah.
Some of us drank moderately, and some of us are alcoholics, so therefore day drinking is common.
And some of us, even with other alcoholics, will be in a drunken stupor, knock themselves out, wake up
Yeah.
again, knock themselves out, and then wonder
Some people
why,
get vomited
ooh, my
on.
head hurts in the morning. We play games.
If
Nicole
you,
lost a lot
get
of
knocked
money.
out,
Yes, he did.
Nicole bet 300 on the
The Ronk
roulette
lost a
and
lot of
lost it
money,
all.
dude.
Narunk lost about
The Ronk
400
lost
on
a
the
lot.
roulette.
I lost 500,
And-
bro.
Oh, and Aberan won like 800 on whatever it was, or 600 on roulette.
I only lost 10 gold overall that day
Yeah,
in the
those
grand
drinking
scheme of
games.
things.
Nicole, hey, had a little conversation with some people.
Oh,
'Cause he
yeah,
was trying to be a
yeah.
very nice member and explain, ways he stole stuff. However, Nicole's a fucking idiot, and there were some divisions. There was a bit of an argument, and didn't go well. And the party was pretty close to being on very thin ice. Nicole's very close to me not being in the party anymore. Very, very thin lines. They made up to an extent. Nicole revealed that he has a reason to find this image of his that is on his loincloth, and we saw a little bit into Nicole's backstory.
Such a
And-
good place to put it.
He
I
then-
know, right?
It's not weird for him.
We had a
Shut
brief
up.
moment of confusion where we thought Nakul was doing a striptease, and that he wasn't. It's fine.
You get that next level of friendship. Yeah, Nicole lost another arm wrestle to kiss her on. Whatever, who cares? Like, don't mention it. But they are
This one's
on mutual
not
grounds, and towards the end, we got a little. Tremeris got a little mind speaking to tell him to go.
Got a
to-
message through sending by Rokul.
Is it Drek'Mir going or is it Drek'Mir? Because I always forget every time.
Right.
Drek'Mir.
We're going to-
Drek'Mir.
You're
Oh,
in
we
Drek'Mir.
just made it to Drek'Mir.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
arrived at the city.
Yeah,
The-
and
the
then
episode
we are
after
going-
the travel.
We arrived Drek'Mir,
Um,
and that is where we left off, and that's what.
Narong also learned some interesting things about the various artifacts of the Sun Ring that are
Yes.
spread across
Oh,
the
yes.
realms.
The book
That
seems
he's
to have some blank pages too.
yeah, man, who knows? You guys now arrive at your destination,
Oh, I have no idea
You've
what
been here
music to
before.
use.
the half-orc goblin-run industrial city. And with you guys have this is where Tremeris picked up his recipe for absinthe.
Yay.
This is good times here.
I want to be on the lookout for a certain goblin.
I fucking know you are,
I
buddy.
think at this point, have you surely figured out what this goblin looks like? It's in day.
So yeah, you arrive at the gates of Drek'Mir. What do you do?
Well, did they say where they wanted us to like meet them? And so I turned to Tremeris, and in the message you received, did they give you a specific a tavern or a location to meet in the city, or just to come here?
They just told me, or told us, to meet them in this city.
Well,
They're probably at the pub that we were at before.
I mean, I wouldn't mind stopping by there anyway,
going
and
through.
procuring maybe some extra of that particular liquid.
You mean the one that keeps Actanis quiet? I'm more than happy with that.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, funny. It's funny, guys. So as you guys get closer to the city gates,
Oh shit.
a half orc walks up to the cart, dressed in heavy plate mail, big halberd carrying it, and just walks up and state your business.
We're here to meet up with some friends. Just passing through.
In this city.
Yes.
Right, not used to seeing other kinds here besides things that look like me. I guess you're looking for that fucking. And he spits on the floor. That fucking miner shack, I suppose.
We are.
Right. Don't cause any trouble. You can put your horses and carriage in the stable. And he points to a little small stable-looking place. Don't be causing any trouble, you. You'll meet the end of this fella. And kind of he's definitely trying to let you guys know that he has the control here. He feels very powerful.
Oh,
I pretend to act scared.
How are you doing that?
I when he says that, I kind of cower a little bit.
Roll a performance check.
All right, first roll. Let's go, baby.
That's roll.
That's actually good.
Sorry.
As I start off the day strong.
+0, but it's an 18, so it's okay. Amethyst dice does
Hey.
not fail me.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. And he just turns back and walks to his station.
I will head towards the stables with these horses.
Okay.
I'll help Nicole with that.
So yeah, you guys just stall the horses and carriage. It's the same setup as on the other side of the city where you stalled them before. It's like it doesn't look very very luxurious or anything. There's a little like trough for these horses to drink from, little feeding bin as well. It's not gonna be their best stay, but they'll probably won't get eaten.
I will. Is there someone there you have to pay for them, or is it just fucking hook up and hope for the best?
There's the half orc there that kind of takes the reins and holds his hand out. There will be 1 gold for the stay, and an additional 1 gold every night that they're stalled here. But we will deal with that after you pick them up.
I'll give him a gold. Just
Alright. He kind of like bites on it to make sure that it's real, and then he pockets the coin.
Don't like dragon hair.
All right. So horse is stalled. You guys know the way around the city a little bit. You've been to the small confined area that is friendly towards races that are not goblin or half orc. Is that where you guys are headed?
yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
as we're stabling the horses, and before I get out, I'll just put on my hat so I don't look like
Hey.
myself.
Mm-hmm. Look at that, beautiful. As Kassarin
It's
now
almost like
transforms
magic.
in the familiar human that everyone now knows as Julia. You guys mosey on into the city. Similar sights as last time. There's a lot of half orcs and goblins kind of eyeballing you as you enter. You can see to the northern side of the city, just a bunch of like thick black clouds of smoke coming from the various factories and the mining area of the city. And there's just like this like a smog that kind of covers the city. It's definitely not the freshest air that you've ever, been in, but
Just not to make con saves.
No, it's not that bad.
So
Oh,
no, it's not that bad.
Thank God.
It's not that bad. No.
It's worse.
You make
Don't
3.
touch any of the statues.
So, as you guys get, just kind of walk directly towards, unless you guys want to do something else, just kind of go towards that little confined fenced area with the shop and the miner shack
Mm-hmm.
and the smaller buildings.
Question.
Answer.
Do I have a black powder person here in this city?
No, because
Okay.
there is no Order of the Obscure activity here, and the Order of the
Okay.
Obscure is really the only faction that would have to
Where
use
I'd
black
get
powder.
that. Yep. Okay, just wanted to ask.
Or use black powder on a regular basis. I would say there's
Ask
probably
for a
other
friend.
uses for it, but so no, not in this city.
Okay.
So yeah, what do you guys do? You guys,
I'm gonna
Just head
be-
straight to the miner shack.
Yeah, beeline for that place we got the
I'm gonna-
absinthe from.
Hang around the back of the group and just keep an eye out and see if I spot anything of interest.
roll perception check. He finds the
That. I mean, Goblin didn't scout me. That's a dirty 20.
Nothing that really catches your eye, although there is a pretty gnarly looking blue tiefling leaning against the corner of like the general shop in that area, kind of eyeballing you as a group as you entered this little area.
Mm-hmm.
But he doesn't make any moves to follow.
No.
Okay.
So
I just had a
Yeah,
thought.
yeah.
Imagine if one time someone's doing like rolls like a nat 20 perception check, and it's like they find one of the like people that some of us in the party are looking for, but not one person. Then like they see the person like Nicole's looking for, they see the person I'm looking for, and just be like, what?
And just don't say anything.
Just out of nowhere. Yeah, then they just don't say anything. They just show up.
they
The
just
worst
show
thing
up.
Goblin and
is
doesn't
if you
say
roll a
something,
nat
I will
20
skin you alive.
And Dutch is like, you've now noticed the spirit that's been following you all for the past 4 days.
Can you imagine, dude?
You now notice that Kassarin's eyebrow has shifted slightly. She's a changeling.
Ah!
As you guys enter the inn, Hannah, the barmaid that helped you and served you last time you were there, is cleaning some cups, cleaning down her bar. It's like close to noon, so it's not too busy yet. It's pretty early in the
How
day
did they
still.
drink again?
When you look into the inn, there's no one there besides her. And she notices you as you walk in. She kind of nods at you and walks up to you guys and... Oh, back so soon, I see.
Yes, we're looking for some friends of ours.
Oh, I haven't seen anybody all day. Do you care for a drink, maybe? It's a little early, but, you know, we have water.
Sure.
I mean, if you want to drink an ale, I'm not going to judge.
Would you happen to have any of that absinthe around?
Now that's more like it. Yes, I do, actually. I created a fresh batch 2 days ago.
Ooh,
I'll
perfect.
take some of that.
So I'd like to buy some off you for later, not necessarily to indulge right this second, but
You're looking for a bottle, just a full
Yeah.
bottle, or
yeah, sure, that would be
Alright.
great.
yeah, we can. I can do that. I have plenty in stock at the moment.
Excellent.
Anyone else want a drink?
I'll just have a firewater.
Right.
I'll have just a water, not fiery anyway. Thank you. Just a regular
Coward.
water. Don't want anything else. I've done a lot of drinking past couple of days. It's, you know, it's
Last
water.
thing I remember you doing last time you were here was yeah, you weren't moving too much.
Exactly. I'm still recovering. It's really bad.
Understandable. Understandable.
I look at Thomas and go, make that two, actually. You know, why not? Get some fire water.
Yeah.
You and she looks at you, Bran, and Naronk.
Surprise.
Oh, I will.
Just the absinthe for me would be fun.
Absent. All right. She goes to the back. A couple of minutes. Comes out with 2 small cups of absinthe. Puts one in front of you, Naronk, and one in front of you, Aberan. the fire water, and then the cup of water for Nicole. And she sets a bottle of the green liquid in front of you,
Amazing.
Kasaran. For the whole lot, including the bottle, that'll be an ambulance. Hang on, oh, shit.
I was gonna say I don't know that currency. What is?
We don't have an ambulance.
Someone is dying. Like
amber
in
lance,
my...
as in like a shard of amber.
No, I think
this
someone
is this
literally
the-
died in my building. Because holy shit, that was loud.
Oh
Fucking
my
A.
god.
It's you, Dutch.
Oh, oh no.
You've been DMing from the
From the dead.
That'll be let's call it a gold.
I'll
Actually,
hand
a gold and 5 silver.
I'll hand it over since I also bought the bottle of absinthe on top of that.
Bottle of absinthe is
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, and she kind of walks off, and you guys can indulge in your drinks.
Yep.
I shot my absinthe.
Down in it.
I'll drink my little. I'll sip on my glass of regular water.
I'm assuming you want us to roll a whiz save.
Yep.
I'm
Wisdom save
gonna-
the absinthe.
I'm gonna like do a little like cheers, like clink my shot glass with Octanus before I drink mine.
Wisdom saves for both the
Oh, that's
15.
fine.
15. I got a
14. I have a +6.
absinthe.
Ah,
I have,
same.
I have this shit written down.
Or to wisdom.
It was a
Yeah.
Constitution save for Firewater, yeah.
For Firewater's Constitution save.
You have
Sweet,
16
easy.
wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
The Rock's pretty wise, dude. Yeah.
Just dumb.
He's street smart.
He's
You're
street
not a
smart.
book smart boy.
Yeah.
Big words hurt.
Okay, so you guys drink the absinthe, and for some of you, familiar feeling creeps onto you as you feel your body
think I felt
stiffen up a little bit, and it's getting a little hard to form complete sentences without heard it. But after a couple of seconds, that feeling kind of fades, and you just feel a very strong burning sensation as you swear you can feel the liquid go down your throat into your body. You can like follow it along almost. That's kind of the feeling you get. This is just heating up the area that it's in as it just goes down.
It's
Much better
just
feeling than
occurred
that
to me.
before.
It's just occurred to me that Kasaran is buying a bottle of alcohol that makes you stiff.
Your
It makes your
point?
entire body stiff, not one particular area.
Yeah, it's not very
I
useful.
wouldn't
for
advise
that.
rubbing it on your cock, alright?
Just because you have impotence, Gypsy, does not mean this will help you.
The rest of us
Look,
don't go there, okay? Our
all I'm
brains.
saying is that if you're putting absinthe on your penis, that's gonna sting.
Oh,
20 minutes
fuck.
in, it's all it took for the dick joke. Let's go, boys. We
Hey,
back.
what? It's been 2 weeks, man.
I've
As
got
for
a
the
lot to burn
firewater,
through.
22.
Con save 22,
16.
16. Ooh.
We're champs.
Kasaran, yeah, it's easy. Dude. Chuck it down, fucking slam the shot glass on the table, and you just like a very satisfied, like it tastes nice. Octanus, you had a couple of days where you didn't really drink alcohol, so you have to like readjust. But yeah, it goes down a little bit of a, but other than that, yeah, you're relatively fine.
Yo,
Unless you guys are
water,
now-
spring water or what? What is it?
It's water.
I'm joking. Anyway.
So yeah, you guys are having drinks. No one seems to really be in the inn yet. What do you guys do?
I'm saying this out loud to the party. I think it's best we just wait here for a while. I mean, this is a part of town that's most welcoming to those who are not part of the goblin or orc persuasion. It makes sense that our friends would come here when they get here.
I agree.
Turn to Abran and go, do you have the full story of the situation we're investigating and the people that are coming to meet us, or do you need a...
You guys informed them
Okay.
kind
Yeah,
of like
on
on
the
the way
ride.
on the way
On the ride.
We didn't get actually. Gypsy knows.
Yeah, and you
God,
also
you've
filled
seen
in
those,
like
it's fine.
you also filled in like any blank spots that Naronk might have had because he
Okay.
kind of dropped in halfway through. So yeah, everyone is up to speed now.
Cool.
From beginning to end.
I do have an errand to run in a bit, but if you guys will look out for the party, I will be right back.
Okay.
You do realize that generally when you hire one of those ladies, they can come to you. You don't have to go to them.
I don't need to hire the ladies. Just to let you know, Bran. If you have trouble with the ladies, that's your own problem. All right?
I'm just going by the evidence that's been presented to me thus far.
What evidence?
So, Mrs.
You weren't at the temple, bud. You don't know about that.
Tremera's,
you know about
Tremera's
me?
does.
Yeah,
You
Tremera's.
assume Bran spent all
And
that
I
time
will-
at a temple.
Tremera's
Walk
just
off.
kind of. As it looks at you.
Have you ever seen a Furbolg blush?
What do you want to do?
I will
Rock?
walk off to the blacksmith.
Oh, okay. There is a
Oh!
little blacksmith in this fenced area, so you can literally go across the way. and-
Oh, hell yeah.
As he's leaving before he gets out, I go, wait, actually, I also have an errand to run. Do you want some company?
Sure, that would be delightful.
All right. And so when we after we go to the blacksmith, I want to go to see if there's a Hunters of Keldalar guild or building in this city.
Oh, shit. Forgot about that.
Okay. Yeah.
So is it an orc at the forge, I assume?
No, it's in the same like fenced area. It's human.
Oh, okay. Shit. Female? Male?
Fuck's sake.
It's
I'm
it's
just
a
trying.
male. It's a
No,
it's a
I
human.
wanna-
Human, quite a
Well,
thick,
that-
brushy beard, pretty like thick, greasy hair, all black hair, black beard, tanned skin tone.
Hey, it's me, I'm Holland.
And his face and arms are covered in like a little bit of a sooty like layer, because
Alright.
of both the dirty air and the fact that he's fucking
A
tinkering all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me, good sir. I was
Aye.
hoping to maybe be able to get rid of a couple of chainmail sets I came across. I was wondering if you were interested.
Well, I would be, but I typically only make weapons. Most of the armor gets done by the half-orcs and provided to the guards of the city. They don't really do business with me because I'm not a half-orc. They're kind of like that in this city. So it would be pretty hard for me to, sell them. But I'll have a look, I suppose.
And I will show him the 2 chainmail sets that we picked up while in Iron Dick's castle. Mansion thing.
Okay, yeah. He looks them over, and they are like brand spanking new. No one has ever used them. They're shiny.
Mhm.
They're literally like they were bought and never used. They're just there to gather dust in this guy's
Such a
armor,
shame.
or like the guy's like little treasury. He says, "Where'd you come across these? These look unused. What's the story?"
A wealthy patron we came across gave these to us as part of a currency of a deal. So I'm just trying to hand them off to someone who may be able to put them to better use than I could.
Right, fair enough, I suppose. Let's see. Typically, I have some contacts. I'm gonna have to make a little trip to Kalzir, but I don't know if you've been to the blacksmith there, but I actually do some trading back and forth with him. I suppose I can see if he wants to buy them from me. Would you take? Let me think. Would you take? Because I gotta do quite a bit of effort to get rid of these myself. Living in the city that I live in. Would you take? Let's say 100 gold for both of them.
I'll take it. That'd be perfect.
Beautiful.
And I'll hand him the 2 chainmail sets.
All right, and he takes them after closely inspecting them, and he puts them down in the corner, and hands you your money.
All right.
And he
And-
seems to be very happy with the deal that he
That's
just made.
fine. I just made money off of something we didn't need to.
Yeah.
Just for the record,
Fuck it.
none of you closely inspected the chainmails, right?
We had a magic sensing on the chainmails.
Okay, yeah, but you
other than
didn't
that, no.
actively look at the chain.
Are they +1 chain? Are you?
We don't know, and it doesn't matter
We
now,
never will, so.
Okay, no,
Oh well. We just checked them for magic. They weren't magic, so we didn't give a fuck.
they weren't magic. Yeah,
But
you
they
didn't,
might have been-
actively look at them.
Or
I
they
think
may
I
have had
looked
like a
at-
fancy
I don't
engraving
remember
or
saying that,
something.
I fully sat down and took the time to inspect them.
None of us did, because you
No,
handed them
I
off to me
think-
to put them in the bag of holding, and
no.
we were off.
They
In the
got-
bag, and
they
said
got-
you wanted to later, but then we never
Yeah.
did.
You
Because
you
we
Arcana. Someone Arcana checked them, and they weren't magic, and then they
No,
just
because
disappeared in the bag.
someone did detect magic or whatever on them.
Yeah, like they turned out not to be magic, and then they just
Yeah.
But they could have just been
And then
so
we were just like, yeah,
impeccably
we need to put them in the
made
bag of
that there
holding.
probably is some buff that we didn't figure out. So
We'll find out on
Probably.
Dungeon Discourse this Tuesday.
yes, we will.
Where Dutch tells us he's bullshitting us just to make us paranoid.
So yeah, you guys
and I'll
leave. We want to do
follow-
anything else there?
Yeah, I'll follow Julia off the Kevlar Hunters, I guess.
If there is one, I don't even know if there is one in the city, but I want to look around and see
You
if
have
I
a
can
look.
find one.
Plenty of guards around who you could ask.
Oh yeah, in that case, I'll find the nearest one. Preferably if there is, one of a human persuasion. But if not, like, I'm not gonna.
This
Go out
like
of my
little
way.
gated area has a half orc guarding it.
Okay.
But as opposed to the half orcs of the city, he's not wearing plate mail. He does not have any gnarly fangs. He seems very more human than orc, as
Okay.
opposed to the rest of the guys in the city. He
Domesticated.
yeah, pretty. He looks very domesticated. Yeah,
All right,
that's a
I'll
good
go
word,
ahead and
actually.
go up to him then and ask if there is a Kaldalar Hunters Guild in the city.
Okay, so you walk up and he's still pretty tall and very broad.
Yeah,
but,
look up. I'm
he,
not that
he
tall.
looks at you and well, I'm sorry, love. There's no such thing in the city because see, these more savage orcs don't really like order that much, so the Keldalar's hunters never really got a foot in the city.
I kind of guessed, but I wanted to check first rather than just assume. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And then in that case, go back to Neuronk and go, well, that was a bust. We can go back now.
Alright. And we'll head back, I guess. While looking for that goblin.
Roll a perception check.
Both of us or just him? Because I guess just he's looking. I'm not really
He's looking for that
so-
goblin.
19.
You look around and
I don't see him.
you swear for a second. You're like, wait! And then it turns out there's just a goblin that looks a lot like him, because goblins all look the same pretty much.
Racist!
So if I kill a random goblin, it'll probably be him.
No, that's the
Oh,
opposite
God.
of what that means.
100% the complete opposite.
Doron's
alright.
not a smart boy, right?
As you guys enter the inn, Gesseran, you try and just close the door behind you, and you notice that it doesn't really want to close. And you see that
The
this
what?
very big, broad blue tiefling had stuck his foot in like the little in between the door and the frame,
Hello.
and just grabs the door from you and swings it open again to walk in. And he just looks at you, nods, and then goes to sit down next to your friends. He goes to sit down like right next to you guys.
As he
Okay.
approaching, is he basically sitting down at the table at this point, or is he like just walking towards us? Like,
Just
how
walking
far-
to like you guys are pretty close to the door, so he just
Okay.
kind of walks up and goes to sit down.
So he's
can
not
we,
sat at a table.
He's about to. He's
Uh,
intending to.
So he basically looks like he's been okay. Can we help you, sir?
He looks at you. I think you can, actually. He goes to sit down. It is a joke. It's me, cool. I tried to do disguise. I wanted to see if I could fool you guys into thinking you was someone else.
You could say
Well
we were
played, well
very
played.
disguised.
Yes,
I
I
just sort of
decided.
sat there like.
I decided
who is he?
to. I decided to try a little bit more of a threatening look, since we're in the city that we're in. I wanted to be a little more intimidating because humans tend to get smacked around a lot, and I don't want to be my dragonborn self with the whole fucking thing we're dealing with. So here we are.
Fair.
I bring a lot of news. Some of it good, some of it bad. Which one do you want first?
The bad.
Yeah, get it out of the way.
Yeah.
All right.
Both at the same time.
Scan the paper
would
notes.
be,
that
uh,
you
Speak
put in
out
the
of both
pocket.
sides of your mouth.
That would be very challenging. So I'm going to hit you with the bad news first. Let's see. I've written a lot of things down.
Pulls notes out of his pocket.
Yellow pulls.
literally.
What are our notes? Just to improv everything.
We have
scrolls
a
and scrolls.
little
It
bit.
just goes.
We ran into some complications regarding our research into the council. I sent Mokin back to the tomb where we found the sarcophagi, and he found out that the entire place was cleared out.
Oh,
Sarcophagi
no.
gone, everything gone. The only
Damn.
thing that remained was the wall painting of, like the wall inscription of what we presume to be a skill.
Had it changed? Were there any parts lit up that weren't lit up before?
Nothing seemed to be lit up. No.
Okay.
Everything like hinting at this whole thing that we found was gone. The only thing
Okay.
that was there was the physical like thing in the wall that would be pretty hard to remove. I think.
Yeah.
So we have no idea where they are taking the new victims. And above that, the map that we found with the various locations has, how do I say, been compromised.
What?
Turns out that our inspection of this map wasn't thorough enough. And my guess would be that there was some kind of magic affecting it where as they discovered that the council was compromised, they ended any magical effects bound to the map, and it removed all the markings. It is now just a map.
Oh.
So
Well, that's
we are,
unfortunate,
we have a
but-
couple of setbacks, but we did have help translating the book. Archmage known as Brass Band. He said he knew you. Is actually helping
Yes.
us out with the translations. Turns out he is fluent in many languages. And
Of
also
course
the
he
right one.
is.
So he's helping us out, and we found out that the council member in charge of with the red mask, so presumably in charge of collecting the red dragonborn, acts from within this city.
This city?
This city. That is why I asked you to meet me here.
Okay.
He is known as Pyraah. He is a red tiefling. And he is. We've figured out that after sending some people to scout out the area, that he is he's active within the mines, the copper mines in the city to the north, in the industrial area of the town.
Okay.
So my question is for you to investigate the mines, and if you happen to find anything regarding Raskil or this Pyraah, deal with it as you will, and it will bring us one step closer to ending this council shenanigans once and for all. When you are done, meet us in Kalzir. We have.
Ooh, does it have to be that city?
I know of your predicament. We have been supplied with a safe house by Archbishop Brassband. There is a house somewhere in the residential area that is abandoned, has been for many years, and there is a well in the backyard of the house. And inside the well is a ladder. You can climb down the ladder, and it reveals a hidden, like a home under a home.
That sounds great. The problem is just to get into the city, we still have to be interviewed by the authorities and a judge, like we did last time.
No. That is only if you enter it through means of teleportation circle. If you enter through the gates, you'll just have a guard ask you, "Oh, what's your business?" and that's about it.
Oh, then okay, easy. Okay, fine.
Excellent impression. That's what they
Well,
all sound like.
thank you. That's what I figured out as well. We have a door to the actual sanctuary, if you will, guarded with magic. The door will ask you a question upon arriving, and you just answer the question. And if you answer it right, you can enter. And I'll make sure to get the code word to you when you get there.
Okay.
I prefer to send the code word. It happens to change. We change it every few days as a safety measure. So
Of course.
there's no guarantee that if I tell you the code word now, that it will still be the same when you get there.
It's fair. Sounds like we might be here for a while. I doubt it's going to be a quick endeavor to go look around these mines.
That is my next point. The mines under the city run far, deep, and this has been a mine construction for decades, and I expect this to be quite the lengthy trip. You will spend a lot of time underground. I unfortunately cannot be accompanying you this time around. You are on your own. I have no contacts at the mines, so you are on your if you accept this, let's say quest, if you will. You will be on your own, and prepare to spend several days, if not a week or more, underground. So be sure that you have enough supplies for you to survive down there.
Okay.
I understand that if this is something that you find too much or not what you bargained for, that you want to step away. I understand, but I feel like at this point we're all in this together, and I really hope that you still want to fight the good fight, if you will.
No. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Jesus, Octanus. No, I agree at this point. I think we've come too far to just abandon this now. Besides, turn and look at Nakul. Like, I think we're fairly emotionally invested in this as well.
Yeah. I was hoping you would say that, because to be quite fair, you are the last hope I have. We have that, and if this is actually as big as we think it is, the entire realm is screwed if no one tries to stop them. So,
So no pressure then.
No pressure at all. No, not at all.
Okay.
With that,
All right, then.
this Pyraah is known to be a little bit of a nut job. He's the book described him as a necromancer.
Oh,
but,
great.
Yeah, he has a habit of experimenting and zombifying pretty much anything he can come across. There is records of him zombifying humans, zombifying dragonborn, zombifying ogres, zombifying orcs, anything that he can, any dead corpse that he can get his hands on, he'll try to raise from the dead and have heed his call. So, if you have anything particularly effective against creatures of the sort,
Me?
Yeah.
that's what I figured. You seem to be quite the holy man. So, yes, it is.
He just looks at the pile of like cups that I've no doubt drank at this point.
Yes. You know, be careful, please. Like, I've grown quite fond of you all, even you, Octanus. So I would prefer it if you guys all survive this encounter, so we can meet back in Kalzir in our safe house and discuss our steps after.
Mm-hmm.
You're almost making this sound like a vacation.
Hmm?
You almost make this trip sound like a vacation.
Your normal vacations include zombies? Dank, dark
Whose
caverns?
doesn't?
Wow.
Those are the best kind.
Okay, well then.
Well, you know, typically my vacation wouldn't be me spending time doing nothing, drinking a lot of drinks, eating good food, having fun with friends. I suppose that.
See, he knows what's up.
I
Killing
suppose.
zombies with your friends isn't fun enough?
Let's just say that the description for the word fun is subjective in this instance.
I don't think a single member of this party wouldn't enjoy killing the undead. I see
I'm
this
sure,
as a vacation. I
I'm
guess.
sure that is the case, but you know, I would prefer my vacation days to be filled with nothing but me relaxing with a cold drink.
Why crack open a cold one when you can crack open some cold ones?
Oh my god.
Nicole audibly just.
I literally just
sighs.
like push back from the table and just like walk away. I'm like, that was.
You
that
can
was-
see
Even
for a
if I'm
second.
wrong, he's just.
You can see for a second just the insane disappointment in Rokul's face is so vivid that the disguise self spell fades for a brief second before it pops back up, and he turns back into the blue tiefling after
Bran
showing
has a
his real self for a split second.
Bran has a little chuckle and then all of a sudden like stands up fairly like stoically. So
Right. Well, I don't care how you get yourselves into the mines. Just talk your way in, sneak your way in, kill your way in. I don't give a shit, to be honest.
Explosions.
Just be careful. As I said before, make sure you are well supplied, and you'll be on your own from the moment you enter the grounds, the industrial district of this city.
Alright.
I'm not sure what you will find down there. Just prepare for the worst.
Will do.
Okay.
We've got some planning to do, guys.
Yeah, I definitely think we need to probably get some more. Maybe rations and like supplies of just the camp survival
gonna need some
nature.
more
If we're gonna be
holy oil.
down there for a while.
Some holy oil
I
as
will
well. would be
leave
fantastic.
you all to it. I will leave back to Kalzir at once. Make sure that I get back to the translations of the book with Archmage's brass band and seeing if we can figure out where this tomb has disappeared to.
Could you, while you're doing that as well, maybe pass on a message to the Archmage for me?
Sure.
Well, because he is the reason the majority of us met and when he brought us together. And we did a large favor for him. In return, he was going to do a favor for all of us. And I still feel like I particularly got a little bit ripped off in my favor and nothing really came out of it. So instead, maybe ask him the next time, like, no rush, next time we might cross paths, how he feels about enchanting a sword, maybe, instead. Call it even.
Me being a magic user myself, enchantment takes a lot of time even for an archmage, but if you are willing to, part with your sword for weeks, if not months, then I'm sure I can ask for you, yes.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else any one of you want to have done before I leave? Right?
Don't think so.
I wish you all the best.
Safe travels to you.
Hope
Frost.
to see you after you are done in Kalzir, in our new sanctuary. And he gets up and leaves.
All right.
All right. So I think
hate
that
the
we should
bastard.
take.
West.
I never met the guy.
You don't want to.
Noted. I think we should take today to prepare, and then head on in tomorrow. So whether that be reconnaissance or pick up whatever we need to get in.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Rations. We definitely need some holy oil for the party, because that will help with the undead, as we saw with the vampires.
Yep.
Other than
Probably
that, we need to
safe.
figure out how we're gonna get in.
Yeah. I would like to get in low-key a manner as possible. I mean, if we kind of force our way in there, it's just all the more likely that the person we are going in there to search for will be alerted of a hostile presence and either flee or hide or have time to set up who knows what defenses. So I'm thinking, I know it's not the favored method of some of us in this party, but a more stealthy entrance is probably best.
I have an idea.
I'm so intrigued.
Is it run in and kill them?
No.
Is it walk
No.
in and kill them?
No.
Is it
Okay.
stealth in and kill them?
No.
Okay, do tell.
Okay.
It's a mine, so they have to have dynamite, right? So, stage an explosion, certain way in the mine, it explodes, go in the ensuing chaos.
But exploding any part of a mine means we're just gonna make it even more unstable, and who knows what could then cave in on our heads while we're down there. I really don't want to.
Exactly, that'll be fun.
Not fun.
We also
Death
have
is
to
not
get
fun.
out. We have to get out.
Yeah, and if we like
Cave in
explode,
the entrance behind us. We're
After
stuck.
the fortune task, I usually do like your idea, so we're on
My
the same
ideas are
level.
great.
This one is yeah, this one's a bit of a no.
I do have an idea though. Since
Alright.
most of the town is half orcs and goblins, and we do have your head of disguise.
and Tremaris can also disguise self. He's done it
We
before.
also have this hat of disguise. I'll pull up mine.
So there's potentially 3 of us that can
This
go
could
in disguised.
We could have Actonus and Gassirian use the hats of disguise themselves as female orcs or half orcs, and try to charm our way into a tour of the facilities to get us in. I don't know how charming y'all can be, but
Have we ever appeared charming once in the time that you've traveled with us?
I'm not saying it'll be easy, but it's an idea.
It's just that.
I think you have your own charms. Sometimes.
But even then, if we managed to do that, you say to swindle as a tour, it would be surely for those of us that are in disguise. Like, how do we then explain it for us and our random colleagues that we can't explain our connection to here? Like, or do you mean
What
just?
mean? We could be your, I don't know, slaves or servants. It's not that hard.
Roll a history check.
Who?
Who?
Wrong.
Oh no.
Fuck, dude, you gotta. Why do I roll? Fuck, I don't roll these.
Because we're all dumb, remember?
I'm the
Apart from the
dumbest.
barbarian. I
Like-
don't think you are.
I have a -1.
So do I.
+1.
It's at 11.
That's one.
You remember? You do not recall instances where the half-orcs in the city did slave trade or had slaves. per
And
se.
we haven't seen
So
anyone in the
servants,
city
then.
that looks remotely well off enough to even have the money or station to have those.
That's
Fair enough.
Like that, I could say actually, speaking from experience and growing up in a family who was in service to an incredibly wealthy individual. Given we haven't done a thorough search of the city, I really think that'd be stretching it. I have not seen a single person who even remotely looks like they could merit the need for service staff.
All right.
I think
then
it
we need to
Raise more questions than it would answer.
If you want, then I could go check out the place.
I'm
Find a way
I
for
like
us
the idea of sending some of us in
coordinate.
disguise, but we could just disguise ourselves as workers of the
I mean,
mines, and
We
then
could do,
somehow
but then we
let the
have
others in.
We
Once
still
three
need
of
a way
us
to get the
are
rest of us in.
once 3 of us are in, I'm sure we just find another entrance or make another entrance undetected. Not that way. That's the opposite of undetected. That's
While
loud.
everyone else is
Also-
chatting,
You guys are so boring.
while everyone else is chatting, I would like to get up from the table and find Hannah, the barmaid.
Okay.
So the mines in the city, are they exclusively worked by the half orcs, or
Mostly yes. I'd say about 90% of the trade the city does is copper and the random other things they sometimes come across while mining out into the mines. There's a couple of rich folk that have some ties into the pockets of the overseer that, you know, sometimes other races are seen enter the grounds, but that's very, very rare.
okay?
It's
Oh,
as you've
okay.
noticed, the city isn't really a fan of anything that's not orcish or goblin.
Why do you stay here then?
I don't know. I was born and raised. My parents lived here. They owned this inn, and when they both passed away, I took over, and I never really left.
And Bran just nods and puts a gold coin down on the side and goes and sits back down.
We could do some reconnaissance tonight to find a way to sneak in.
This is true.
Given the information that's come up, I have some things that I require.
Okay.
Oh, care to share with the rest of the class?
I need to find myself.
25 grams of
I need to
silver.
find a large amount of powdered silver.
Sure.
Well, you could buy some silver. I'm sure there's somewhere in the city that does sell it and powder it yourself.
Do you
Otherwise,
know
I
the
don't think
effort
you would
required to
buy
powder silver?
No, because I don't need any use of it. I prefer my silver unpowdered.
And then you can purchase your silver unpowdered. I, however, am going to go find somewhere that sells it powdered preferred.
Okay, I definitely don't think any of us should be walking around the city by ourselves, given that we are not of the favored races, to put it lightly, or to put it
Brand
indelicately.
just sort of shrugs and I'll be fine.
How about you take Tramaris with you? He's very intimidating from a distance. He is a fucking giant.
He's half giant, like-
Intimidating if you don't go anywhere near him.
Exactly, but that's what matters.
I'm just imagining Tramaris being like a Disney
To be fair,
princess,
I'm
you know,
like 6
having, a
foot.
little, having a little bird on his finger, you know.
I'm 6
Oh,
foot
this is
something and I
not-
radiate holy energy. Covered in chainmail, shield, and a flail. I'm sure I'll be fine.
Shit, dude.
Right, you get into a fight, don't say we didn't warn ya.
I am bailing you out of jail. Just letting you know.
Noted. I won't get caught.
I'll fee you if I can
Okay.
explode shit.
Bran sort of laughs and you can. He's joking. He doesn't intend to like go and get arrested.
If I want to change the disguise that my hat is doing, do I have to take it off and like put it on again, or can I just like
You
you
can do
know
that, Will.
imagine it and it'll
Yeah,
just change?
you'll just have to recast the spell. So yeah, you just
Which means you basically
Take it
just tell
off.
Dutch that you're changing it.
take it out. Yeah, you know, just tell me you're
Don't
changing
turn
shit.
into Aberan while he's not there.
No, I'm gonna take a look. I want to see is Hannah still like watching us, or has she gone into like the back for a second, or
She's there at a bar, kind of, you know.
okay? If she goes away, I'll go ahead and change the disguise, but I don't want to do it while she's watching.
I mean, she's not actively watching. She's just kind of cleaning her like countertop.
All
Putting
right,
some cups
then
down.
quickly from it shift into a half orc female. So like my skin color changes, probably get a little bit taller, a little bit buffer, maybe some teeny tiny fangs, like a little bit.
Okay.
And just but yeah.
All right. So you guys
All
just watch as Juliana turns into the half orc, a female half orc, a greenish bluish skin, small like tusks. Any else? Any other like specific things you want to check out?
I'm gonna throw a Lion King style scar over one eye. Why not?
There you
Look a little bit.
go.
So as I see it, I think we need to split up into 2 groups to get some stuff done, since Aberan has gone off to do God knows what.
Sure.
Probably find some common horror.
I wish it was
I
that
think-
just laughing.
What
We
is
need
it
to
with
have-
you and whores?
He's the one that brought it up, so obviously it's got to be on his mind.
Okay.
I don't I think we need to have some of us go locate some extra rations and some holy oil.
I
Or
mean,
any
so
of
I've
those.
got some supplies that I need to pick up for myself, so I can just add that to my list.
Okay.
Alright, that'd be perfect. And then if someone wants to come with me and do some reconnaissance on the mine, we
I'm
can,
down to do that.
do
At least
that.
that way, if we get caught, I can try and lie my way out of there and pretend that I belong there for some reason.
I'll just go to jail.
I say, on the rock, do you want to take my hat of disguise with you as a backup, so you can also disguise yourself?
That would probably be a good idea.
And I'll
I will
pass it across
do
the
that.
table to him. So I won't be
take
needing
the time to attune to that,
Oh shit! Yeah.
as well as
Doesn't
take
even
time to take my channel.
require.
I believe
I
it
don't
does.
think it does. I don't remember having to
Does
attune
it
to it.
not?
I remember just putting it on.
I just
Not
assume
sure.
it did,
Because
but
it just lets you cast it via that. But you might do.
No, it doesn't require attunements. You can
Oh,
just-
okay.
Oh, it does. No, it does.
Oh,
Never
it
mind,
does.
It does.
I was gonna say I thought it did because I have one in the other campaign.
It does. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, good luck with that. Have fun.
I mean, you can take like
Okay.
50. You can like take like 15
Yeah.
minutes to.
'Cause I was gonna say,
Okay.
I gotta check out. I'm taking off my chainmail as well and putting it in the bag
Does
of
that
holding.
mean I'm no longer attuned to that?
Yes.
Just okay, double checking. That's fine. I'll turn. You can keep it as well. I don't think I'm gonna be using it anytime soon.
All right then. So who's going with me and who's going with Nicole then?
I'll go with you.
All right. Act honest. Can we trust you not to blow up anything or start a fight? The
No.
face.
That sigh.
I mean, I
I'm
can
not
maybe
going to
stop
do
her from blowing up anything. I probably can't stop her fighting. I'll take.
That'll be good enough.
Tremaris also said, I suppose I'll stick behind and see if I can accompany Nicole on his trip.
All right then. Shall we, after taking the time to attune and take off our chainmail, say to Julia, if that's still the name you're going by, shall we head out to the mines? Take a little look.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right.
Alright. Aberan, what are you doing right now?
So the first thing I do, when I'm walking around, I'm going to take my coin purse
Okay.
and put it in the bottom of my backpack
Okay.
because this is a large city and I don't trust it.
pickpockets.
Then I am going to first look around the human district.
Okay.
And I will look for somewhere that could potentially sell alchemical supplies or
There is that little shop where Tremaris also bought his like alchemy kit from that
Oh,
might
yeah.
sell something
then I will start there.
reagents like.
So I would start there.
Yeah. As you enter, you're met by someone else, not the same person that helped Tremaris. A young female half elf looks at you, kind of not intimidated by you when you walk in, but definitely takes a moment to like, ooh, before she, regains her composure and. Good day. What can I do you for?
Hi, I'm looking for powdered silver. I figured this would be a good place to start.
We have we don't necessarily sell powdered silver, but we do have a little device where you can I guess grind your own silver. We have people come by quite often to grind various materials to a finer dust. So if you can, we typically charge 5 silver pieces, and you can use this device.
Okay, would you happen to have any silver or know where I could acquire some?
I mean, I have silver pieces that I can, I guess, exchange your gold for. Is that an idea?
Is silver piece is solid silver?
Yeah.
And would 25 pieces in silver be
Doesn't-
worth
I
25
mean-
gold pieces?
No.
It's
No.
kind of
No, but
it's tough because it. 25...
what I mean is, if I had 25 gold pieces in silver coins, so
That's
250 silver,
Yeah.
that'd be worth. Would that be
That'd be
25
enough for
gold
that would be enough for this for the spell. Yeah.
okay? How much silver do you have? How many silver coins?
Not supposed to tell. Because people will try to break in and steal all of our money. But how much is it you need?
I'm not going to steal silver.
I know, but then I also don't know.
My new favorite MP.
Would you be able to exchange a piece of platinum?
I think so. Yes, to silver or to gold.
Silver.
Oh, that's
So what,
quite a lot of silver.
2,500 silver?
No, 1 piece of platinum. So that's
It's 100 silver.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
yeah. I can do that. Yes. Okay.
Perfect. So I will give her platinum piece.
Mhm.
I had 5 silver on me already, so
Mhm.
I'm assuming she deducts 5 silver for the cost of using the machine.
Sure. Yeah.
And then I will have 100 silver left over,
Mm-hmm.
which I will grind all into a powder.
It's 100 silver. It's 10 gold, right?
Yes.
You need 25. Don't
Oh, the 1 platinum piece, I'll grind it all down, which should be 100 golds worth.
Yes.
you? Wait.
No, one
Math is
gold
hard,
piece
guys.
Is 10 gold pieces.
Yeah.
confused.
1 plat is 10 gold.
Okay,
isn't
well
it?
then I need to exchange 10 pieces of platinum.
Okay.
There you go.
10 piece of platinum.
Wait, you're fucking me up because I'm pretty.
I
platinum
much
is
would
just
like
10
for the
gold,
spell?
right?
grind it up 100
Yeah.
gold pieces worth of silver.
Yeah, I'm just saying like platinum is
Which
just 10
would
gold,
be-
right? Yeah. So I'm not.
So yeah,
really-
100,
Just 1,000 silver.
gold pieces worth of silver.
This
and
is
I'll
why
just
you
take
stay in
that out
school,
of platinum.
kids.
Yeah. So you exchange the money with her. She comes
Doing
back
maths
and
in D&D.
gives you a purse with like a little bag.
1,000
Of-
silver
of-
coins.
of the silver, and she whips out a little bit of an apparatus and puts it on the desk area where she's standing behind, and she tells you, okay, so you just chuck the silver up top here, and then there's this little thing that you spin, and it's gonna require.
Is it
little
like a
time.
pasta?
Pretty much, yeah. It's you just you're gonna
Okay,
be standing there for a little while, just.
You're gonna be there all afternoon.
that's fine. I will do as long as
7
it takes.
hours later.
I will grind these 1,000 silver coins
All right.
without a single word.
Okay.
Just
The first
just
few
in the
minutes,
shop.
she kind of looks at you, and but after a while, she kind of just goes back and does her own thing. Yeah, so you
Just
spend the next
Abraham
Abraham
gives
doesn't stop
up.
looking at it. Like he grinds it as fast as he can, like constantly.
I wish Narok was there to see it because you actually had to grind it yourself.
No one needs to know that.
Yeah, so you spend the rest of your afternoon grinding silver. Alright, Brobarians and Tremaris, what are you guys doing?
I would like to find in the human area, is there a generic store that, basically trying to find like torches is what I'm looking for. That's what I would like to
Oh,
find
yeah, yeah.
mainly. So like generic adventuring gear, shall we say.
He's the
Okay,
only one that needs
I
torches.
shit you not.
Yeah.
Same spot as where Abraham's grinding silver. Because it's kind of does everything
Oh,
type
Yeah,
of store.
it's
so,
a general
yeah.
convenience. It's like a convenience store. It just
It's like a
has,
convenience
one of
store, but they also do like reagents.
Please tell me
and shit like
Naranka's
that,
gonna
so-
hear
Is
about this.
D&D
Well, I was gonna say because Narank and I, the only ones who are definitely not going there because we're doing
Mm.
mine recon, so we're not gonna
Oh,
see
just-
this.
Yeah. So yeah, you're gonna have to go to the same spot, Nicole.
That's fine. That's fine. I'll, wait. I'll just assume I just spot Amaran just going like this. I'm like,
Yeah, Abraham is standing there just furiously grinding. his
It's
silver.
frantic. Like Abraham's so focused on this, he doesn't notice you.
He's
coming.
gonna have a really
Yeah.
sore arm tomorrow.
I'm not gonna have.
He swaps. He alternates.
Gotta get that workout.
He's gonna have to.
No, I'll,
No one will
I
spar
won't,
with him.
I won't really say anything. I just assume he's just doing his thing. And I'll walk up to the shopkeeper.
Shopkeeper.
Shopkeeper looks up and hello. What can I do you for today?
I'm looking for a couple of things because some of us just need to do a bit of restocking. So I don't know what you've got. So I need.
What,
I need
what are
some-
you
do you
looking for?
Do you have some rope, like 50 feet of it? Like.
Yeah, we have plenty of coils of rope. Yeah.
Yeah, she's core rope. I need some torches as well, like 10 or
Got-
15 of them.
Got you covered with those as well.
Yeah, that's cool. Do you rations here or not?
Oh,
No.
definitely. Yeah. We have we just got a new stock in
How
2 days
many do
ago.
you have?
Right now, I think we're sitting on about 150 portions left in stock.
How much for one ration?
Oh.
I'm not gonna buy 150 Dutch. I'm telling you, I'm not
I
buying.
thought you were going to.
I will.
I thought you were about to go. I'll take them all.
How many do we have left in the car? Because didn't we have like 30
Well,
in
no,
the
well,
fucking...
I've got 5. We
We ate all the ones in the cart.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
well.
So
Did we eat any on our way here?
Yeah, obviously, because you
shoot.
spent
So
3 days
yeah,
traveling. So
you're
yeah,
supposed
yeah.
to already mark
One,
it
one
down,
assumes
but
I've got
I
like.
think I
none,
marked that down.
I have enough for a week, so.
I don't have enough for a week because I.
Enough. 1 day worth of rations would be about 5 silver pieces.
Okay.
75 gold for the lot.
You don't know how many I'm buying.
I know, I'm just saying for the whole 150, it's 75 gold.
7 of
I
us,
mean-
that's...
When I put it that way, it's easy.
I mean, yeah, when you put it that way. Is there a little discount for buying all of them, or do you need to keep some? Because like I could go somewhere else to get some as well. Yeah, I can split up because I know.
Where in the city are we gonna find a different place that serves non-orcs or goblins?
Okay, have I
Oh, I
noticed
found a
him at this
place.
point?
I found a place earlier in the. I was here earlier, and they served us pretty well actually. They're very nice. So.
That's cool.
Interesting.
It's true. We did we did buy rations for a
did.
fucking goblin.
I know.
Have I noticed the Knuckles here? I'm assuming I can just see them.
I mean, you
talking.
hear him fucking talk, and yeah, like you
Hello.
noticed.
How much for 150 rounds?
Yeah, so you
I
are
stop
aware he's-
grinding. I hold my hand out, closed in front of Nicole, and wait for him to reach out and put his hand underneath mine.
I just gotta look at you, and I'm like, what? Yeah, Bran.
I sigh and turn my hand over, and there's 5 platinum pieces.
Oh, I will pick them up. I'm like, oh, cheers. You didn't have to. I've got a bit of cash as well. I'm not poor.
The cash that you spent gambling. This is your money anyway.
Oh, well,
I
just leave it like that.
suppose if you end up buying a lot of rations and also torches and also rope and whatever else you need, at the end we'll see if we can make the price a little more favorable.
Yeah, I mean, you know, iron's bulk and all that.
Just give
that's
you
all
half the
that-
fucking cost.
That's all I want. Does anyone else need anything whilst we're here? Because
Do you have dynamite?
we are not. Arcanus, we are not.
Oh
buying
god,
dynamite.
Actanus is here as well.
I just turn and go, no. Ignore that request.
No, do you have dynamite?
We do not have dynamite. As
What
far as
does
I
have
know,
dynamite?
I am not aware what dynamite is.
No.
Do you have any earmuffs?
Happen to have a couple of earmuffs, yes. Why, she being, she like this a lot.
Nicole just looks up.
Hellish rebuke.
Nicole looks at Aberan and it's just like, I'm fucking saying shit. Just like,
So,
Shut up, Brian.
Wants our eyeballs to turn out first.
one coil of rope.
Mhm.
How many torches?
like 15. No, like 15, 20. I don't know, something along that line.
Right. How many
They
days?
just stuck up.
How many days worth of rations?
I mean, I'll just buy all your rations. And then I'll just go.
All right. So that's
I can't.
with
Maths
the
is my strongest
torches-
subject.
That you won't buy all the rations. I buy all the rations. All of them.
With the torches and the rope, let's see. Let's call it 75 gold. You
Oh.
essentially get the torches and the rope for free.
That sounds very favourable. I'll put down the 5 platinum I was just given, and then I'll put down the fucking 25 gold as well.
Okay. She takes it and goes to the back of the store. It comes out with like this pretty sizable like bag
Crate.
of just with the rations in it. Like it's pretty like big, like
Yeah.
very old fashioned just bag, and plops it on the desk. And then she goes back and she comes back with a coil of rope and 3 bundles of 5 torches kind of bound together.
Yeah. I'll pop the rope and the thing in my bag, and I will just.
I'm gonna say that for the purposes of this and the fact that these rations are it's a
I'm
pretty
gonna
big
hold
bag.
I'm holding the
You're not gonna be able to stuff that in your
No,
backpack, you
no,
know, or in your little.
It wasn't. The rations were going in there. But... That's what's gonna do. Shut the fuck up, so you're not here. I will then.
Why isn't Nicole talking to himself?
I don't know.
Is that getting shut up?
All the while this is just happening, you can just hear just.
I'll tell you about.
Abraham grinding.
Are
So he
you-
gave the platinum, he just goes back to it.
I'll just go.
Yeah.
Oh
that,
god.
Exactly.
Aberan, are you good here? Do you need help?
I'm fine.
Okay, that's. I mean, yeah. You didn't say there was anywhere to find potions in this part of the city, did you? I will
Negative.
try. I will look and see if there's like an apothecary type shop in the rest of this city. I'm gonna spend my time trying to see if there's anything.
So you're going outside of like the
Yep.
the gated area, and
Yeah,
you're going.
get out there, Gary. I want to look. I want to look for just an apothecary. Really, you guys can stay if you want, but I'm gonna be going out into the city large. So
Potion master.
Going with you.
Potion seller.
sell me your strongest.
I need your strongest potion. Are you going on your own?
I mean, I'm whoever was following me.
I'm going with him.
Okay.
Oof.
Tremaris will join you as well for the purposes of this. You have that market district where you previously bought.
Yeah, that's where I'll probably go first, and then
some
but I'll
rations.
be looking for in general.
Most of the signs are written in
Can't read 'em.
Goblin. So,
I just go by what it looks like. If like one kind of looks like either, I say magic-y, but you know what I mean. It just, like, looks
roll
like-
perception check.
Good boys.
Incoming at 1. No.
Oh my
No.
god, Chips.
Oh my!
Hey, this is the time to waste a nat 1 though, rather than fighting undead
You have
minds.
no idea. You have no idea. All
You
the shops look the same
instantly
to
go
you.
blind.
I get +4 to perception as well.
Yeah, but all the shops look the same to you. You're like, okay, well.
That one. I just walk into a middle shop, I suppose. Just like,
Okay,
oh no,
so you
one on the
open it.
corner. One on the corner.
Under the corner? Wait.
Yeah. If there is one on the corner, if not,
Yeah. It's like a little row. I have
Walks all the
I
way
have
to
it
the
all
edge
in
of
my
the
head.
city to find
That's
a
fine.
Okay,
contact.
so yeah, you walk into a store, and as you swing the door open, you can
Watch
see
him find the right one through sheer luck.
um
no fucking the same store I walked in.
a pretty like bulky, almost fat looking half orc. And when you look around in the store, you see a bunch of different types of hides hanging, like drying from the wall. Like a tanner's rack where one of his like employees is like doing some leather working on. So yeah, you get the sense that this is like a leather worker type deal. And as you walk in, he looks at you and his eyes kind of narrow. You lost, princess?
Yeah, sunshine. I'm trying to find like a apothecary or like a potion shop
Well-
or something.
Not here. Piss off.
I don't like that attitude, but I understand. Fair enough. Thank you for your help. But however, go fuck yourself. And I'll walk out. And I'll walk out.
Will you walk
You're
out
rolling
though?
for it.
He has to roll.
Oh no!
What's your AC?
Arrested.
14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you like go to turn around and walk back towards like the entrance, he grabs something from under his desk and just chucks it at you, and it hits you in the back of the head. And you now look on the floor, and there's just this like, it's pretty much like a brick, and he's like chucked at the back of your head for. You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage, just as it just smacked you in the back. Smacked you in the back of the head. And he just looks at you, seeing if he gets a reaction.
I will just slowly turn. Right? Just like,
And he just looks you dead in the eyes.
I mean, you don't want to start this, mate. I'm here to be nice, you know.
I'm in there, right?
Yeah.
You're looking at this, yeah.
You and Tremaris are with him.
I'm just gonna put my hand up, just like, because I can. One is going to assume I can kind of just feel like Tyler's gonna be starting to walk up more.
Yeah.
Can I pick up the brick?
Oh.
I'm just like, Aparnis, we don't want to start anything now. We don't want to.
Says the
ruin
guy who
this
told
fine
someone to go
thing.
fuck themselves. Like,
We don't want to ruin this fine guy's shop because I don't think he'll. He'll be able to afford the repairs.
At this point,
I'm just
the two
returning
employees that are also in the shop have also gotten up and are also eyeballing you.
well, fuck.
Both of them already have their hands like on their sheathed weapons. Just direct eye contact, not breaking it, or waiting for you to just fuck off or say something that really sets them off.
I will just look at Tyler like, we're. It's
I
clear
want to
we're not
throw it back
welcome
and
here.
say you dropped this.
Are you doing it?
Yeah. And then run.
Is anyone trying to stop her?
Are you saying it before
Because
you
she
throw it,
has
or are
she
you
has
saying
to.
it?
As it-
Because she's like
yeah.
behind you or like in front of you, I guess, depending on what way you're facing. she'll have to reach past you to pick it up. So you'll see her go for it. So I'll say that you have an opportunity to try and stop her, if you will.
Try and stop her.
No. God damn it.
Okay, so you see Actanas go for it. Roll a grapple. Just try to grapple her, I guess. Yeah. Athletics versus her. Athletics or acrobatics.
So I gotta roll, right?
Yeah.
Athletics to acrobatics. Whatever is higher for you.
That'll do.
They're the same for me, so.
Okay.
No, I'm like,
18.
yeah, that fails. So I got 14.
Ow, Tika.
So yeah, you see Actanas like in the process of ducking down to grab the brick, and you just grab her like by the neck, like no, you don't.
Yeah, Octavius, we're not welcome here anymore. And just
Welcome it to begin with. Have a nice day.
I'm like thrashing. Let me out.
Makes note to burn down shop later.
Oh god.
And
In the back of Tramaris' head, that's what's going on right there. Makes note to firebolt later.
Tramaris just kind of looks at the situation, and you see him get a little agitated, but he is smart, and decides to just,
I will.
Wow.
As we
Being
get
the
out the shop,
peacekeeper he
I'll
is.
try and-
not
as-
cause trouble.
As we get out of the shop, I'll push it down the way. I'm like, well, at least we learned what this city's a bit more like now. We were told what it's like, but I didn't think it'd be quite this hostile.
Do you want to go back and burn it down later?
I mean, no,
Explode
I
it.
don't. No,
Oh, blow it up.
we've got to talk about this explosion thing.
known to burn down the occasional building.
Yeah.
It's just that we do not do this now, as we still have
Yeah, I know. That's why I said
purpose
later.
in the city. Maybe afterwards.
What if we
We're not
blow it
gonna-
up and then use that as the distraction to get into the mines?
How would
How
blowing
about
up a
you
random
fantasize
shop?
about this plan some more, and then we'll talk about it after we're done.
And I will just. I mean, we could try another store, but I feel like they're probably going to get the same sort of hostility.
Roll another
So,
perception check.
Another perception check.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, that's good. What's my perception?
on that one.
Dirty 20. Dirty
You
20.
look around and you see one store that has a sign out with some like floating lights around it, and some like spectral servants kind of floating around. As opposed to the other buildings in this like market square, that looks like the place that has something to do with magic at least. So you reckon that might be your best shot.
I will go into that. Like, well, actually, I think that shop was a better bet for what I was looking for. And I'll
No shit.
go into that shop.
As you go into the shop, as you walk up to the shop, actually, you go to open the door. It's locked, and it's like this big heavy metal door, and you see now that it has like at eye height has like a little rectangular like thing that slides open, and you're met with two eyeballs, kind of yellowy, and they ask,
What's your purpose here?
I would like to buy some goods from your good store, my friend.
What are you buying?
Myriad things. Depends what you're selling, to be honest, because I like to have a little look. But mainly I'm looking for healing potions.
roll a persuasion check.
I get -1 to that.
Yeah.
Persuasion.
Dirty.
10.
Oh.
Alright.
And he closes the fucking thing, pushes the door open, and you now see there's this very green, tiny goblin standing on like a very large, like stool to reach the fucking slit.
Welcome to my little emporium of, I haven't really thought of a store name yet. This is a pretty new endeavor of mine. Most of these savages in this town aren't really a fan of the magic type. This is why
Yeah,
I'm very careful in who I let into my store, as you well see from my dangerous guards. That didn't really stop you when you entered the grounds.
And he points to like his like spectral servants that kind of float around.
Oh.
I mean, they're very intimidating. I had second thoughts about coming in. So you know.
Good. That's good.
Um,
So you were looking for some healing potions?
Yeah, that's my main requirement. But what?
Well,
other-
I happen to have a pretty big stock of those. Most of the people in the city tend to not use them because wounds build character. I think I've heard one of them say.
Pain builds character. Yes.
That's also a thing that gets said a lot in the city. So yeah, I have quite a few. What do you? How many? And what kind? I have several kinds of healing potions, of course.
What kinds do you have, and what are the prices for said things depends on. Right.
We sell the basic normal potions of healing for anywhere between 30 gold to 50 gold a piece. We can barter a little bit. I do happen to have a handful of greater potions of healing available as well. They are a little more expensive, but I'm sure we can work out a deal.
How much was your base price for those said potions be?
Was let's see here. I'd say about 250 gold.
Okay.
Buying healing potions always hurts my soul because like you need them, but they're so expensive.
Need is a strong word.
I mean, okay, yeah. Let me have a little think. And is the shop like got stuff in it, or is it very much like it's all kind of like out back and it's just kind of like a counter, or is it like got?
There's some stuff on shelves. Like, you guys are not standing like in the doorway still, pretty much.
Yeah.
But there's some shelves with.
There's some shells. But I'll have a little look around first and see if there's anything else I'd like, and then we can go about price.
All right, feel free to browse.
Kitty, come back. Look at this. This little fucking bitch just keeps biting my feet and won't leave me alone. What do you want?
Savage.
Stupid cat.
Yeah, feel free to browse.
Just
If
have
you
a
need any potions, I'll make sure to fetch them for you.
I'll have a little, want to have a little looky around the store, and just
Okay.
see what's there. Really, just have a little.
Yes. I mean, yeah, we
It's-
can browse around. It's
very
not a
much-
big store by any
yeah.
means. It's pretty like small, but you see vials with various liquids of various colors on the shelves. Couple pieces of random gems that seem to have a shine to them, and some pouches filled with fuck knows what. Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. I will have a look
You like
at
what you
the...
see?
Yeah, there's some good stuff there, and I'll just look at the range of various liquids, just kind of there.
Trying to keep yourself from just going at him.
Huh?
If you kill him, all the potions are yours, right? That's how that works.
No. Yeah, I'll have a look at the various liquids and bottles. What colors are there? Just give me colors. I don't fucking care.
It's all
Red,
Nicole would care about, anyways.
white, green, purple, blue.
Okay. I will grab a blue potion. I'm like, how much for one of these then?
You know what it is?
I mean, who doesn't know what it is?
Me.
All right, for that one, 150 gold pieces.
Oh, okay. The cool just kind of put it back, like, just look at browser prices. Yeah, I'll just buy some healing potions from you then.
Right.
I'll buy one greater healing,
All right.
and because I do that, I could happily do a little. You said 250, yeah, for greater healing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll buy a great healer and 2 regular healing potions. Let's say, why don't we make it a nice round 300 gold for 3 potions?
350 gold pieces sounds great.
I think 300 is a very good price. Octana, so you think we could
Roll a persuasion check.
not like this?
Don't look at me. I
13.
messed up last time I tried to do this.
How much?
13. 14 minus 1. Persuasion's not my forte.
I really think 350 sounds better, though.
I mean, if you 350 is a bit expensive, isn't it? Surely because if one great is 250 and two regular ones are, 30 gold each, as you said, or 40, then surely 350 is actually too much to be paying overall.
I would say you're right, but I don't see any other shops in this city that sell these wares. Therefore, I can play with the prices. That's capitalism for you.
But then at the same time, how many people are buying from your store? You said you didn't get much business.
Looks like I'm not getting business from you either. If
I'm
you're
just
gonna waste my time,
I just turned to Cass like, do you have an extra 30 gold I can borrow? I need it. Honest, I need 30 gold.
Tremaris is also there.
Do you guys want to chip in? I'll give you. That's right.
Okay,
You're
fine.
you're going to share those potions with the group.
Oh, of course. I would just keep.
I don't want to spend Tremaris' golden potions.
I mean, isn't Tremaris the one who always says like,
I'm a
"Oh,
healer,
regrets
like-
that I
yeah.
can
Yeah.
heal."
True.
Yeah.
Yo, Zaktan's giving me money, Smile.
Yeah, I'll give you 30 gold.
How much?
30.
I've already given
Done.
him 50.
I spent it. I spent my pocket money, Dad.
Trust me, Brandon's usually had a lot of
Really
Why
don't
don't
party
we
fund.
I'll meet the middle ground. We'll say 335.
Well, a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Roll 2 net 20s.
That one. Of course it's not.
Oh no.
you're right. 375 sounds great.
Oh, you're an actual dick. I will place 350 gold onto the table and just like we could just say 350. It
Oh,
was
that sounds
fair
like a
offer.
beautiful price. Where'd you get
Yeah.
that?
I mean, it just sounded like a fair deal to you. You know what? I just came to my head. that
That's
three-
what I thought.
And he just snatches the money and.
And I'll grab the potions.
Mhm.
Oh, shit.
You want to buy anything?
And he looks at you, Atalis.
Do you have anything that explodes?
Probably.
No.
God
Oh.
damn it. Then no. Okay, bye.
And I will
She wanted
give
himself to do
I will give Octanus one of the one of the regular healing potions. And I'll have a one greeter and then one regular.
Alright.
And I'll leave and I'll just head back to the tavern. And that's me done. That's all the stuff I want to do. I'll ask. Anything
Okay.
else that you guys want to try and find just out here, or you good to go back? Because I'm done now with all my shopping. So for the group.
No, because you want me to blow shit up.
I mean, later, just not today. There will be a time where we can blow stuff up, Octanus, and I'll happily help you then, but just not now.
I just need to draw attention to what Sassy said in the chat because without context, it's fucking
Yeah, that's-
brilliant.
yeah, that-
I'm just gonna leave it at that.
So if you guys are all done,
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm done.
I'd like to pan over to Narank and Kasan. What do you guys want?
in the
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Narank, did you join me in an orc-like disguise? Because you were given
Yeah.
the hat? Okay.
Yeah.
So you know
I am
also...
a male orc. Very bulky.
Okay. Yeah, the industrial district is pretty easy to find. Just follow the black smoke in the sky. It's a little bit of a little hike north, about 5 to 10 minutes, and you get to like this very large stone wall that has a couple of like gates in it that really like separates the industrial area from the rest of the city. Heavily guarded, very heavily guarded. There's like 4 guards at each gate.
Okay, how many gates? Like, if we take time to
Uh,
circle around, how many?
3.
Okay.
3 gates. Each gate has like 4 guards.
And
Okay.
there's not like
Entrance
there's any
side.
other way in.
The walls are pretty high, and it doesn't really look like you can scale them unless you like have proper climbing tools. And
I do have
even
tons.
if you had proper climbing tools, like
You'd probably get noticed.
yeah,
You'd make
exactly.
noise and yeah.
You see people going in and out of these gates, and most of them wear like miners' clothes, they covered in soot and dirt and grime, carrying like pickaxes and shit like that. Perception check.
12. My perception's
14.
-1. Yes, it is. Yes.
Okay. How much time are you spending?
I think we were originally good to, unless something made us leave, spend like the whole afternoon there, like, and then
If you take your
And maybe
time,
try to get in.
the entire afternoon, after 2 hours, you notice that the guards at the gate walk away, and the gate is
Shame.
unguarded for a good minute, and then a new set of guards arrives at the
Okay.
gate. And then you wait another 2 hours, and that same spiel happens. So you
Okay.
gather that every 2 hours
there's a
shifts
guard
change.
rotation. Yeah.
You have like a minute where the gates are unguarded.
Okay.
What time of night is it by that time?
You guys are it's still like
It's
afternoon.
daytime. Like we left like we left
that's right,
I'd say
so
like
that's like-
noonish.
So,
and so
for you guys,
probably like
spending
4
hours
p.m.
there,
now?
It's now like close to 5 p.m.
yeah.
Close to dusk, and you notice that every 2 hours the guard shifts seem to change, and there's like a minute-ish of
And then the
time.
entrance to the mines is like just beyond the gate.
Beyond the gate,
Or-
you see a very big terrain of various like buildings and stuff. But in the distance, you see just this big, like almost like just a giant rock in the middle of the fucking ground, and you
Mhm.
see just like a big cave mouth that has tracks leading into it. And you see that on the terrain itself, looking past the guards at the gate, there is some guarding there, like there's some guards there, but it seems that the gate is the most heavily guarded, and once you hazard that once you get on the terrain, as long as you guys just keep a low profile, you'll be fine.
Okay. Turn to
It's
Narank.
entering
Yeah.
the terrain that's going to be the issue.
Say, if we could take advantage of that guard swap and get in there, and if we do get any questions once we're inside, if we have those of us that can be in disguise to look like miners or look like we work there, I think we just brought like a cask of absinthe. Was like, hey, present from the boss, present from like the higher ups, because we're doing a good job. And then anyone who questions, be like, try it, have a sip. They'll be like knocked out.
That's actually a really good idea. I like this plan. Alright.
So you guys have reconned the gates now. Is there anything else you want to do? You like right now you've only just looked at the gates.
Yeah.
You haven't really done anything else. Anything else you want to do before you leave?
Does it look like there's like a lot of miners going in and out all the time? Like,
Yeah, like what's
it's
the
pretty
activity
constant.
level?
You do also see some people that don't look like miners have a little chat with the guards and eventually be allowed access on the ground.
Okay, so it's not too weird.
When there's a guard, the second like guard swap that we see, I want to just pick up like a nearby rock, and when they see it, like throw it through the gate and just see if it meets any like magical resistance or anything happens.
Okay.
As I do that.
Hey, you pick up a rock and you chuck it, and
No
as
magic,
it
I
lands,
guess.
and doesn't need to be
Okay.
a magical
Okay.
barrier.
Does
Cool.
there seem to be like a building that a higher person up in the hierarchy of the mine would be at? Like a capital kind of building sort of thing?
Or head
Yeah.
office.
Or like
There's a
something
building-
nicer?
There
yeah.
is definitely a building that looks like. Most of these buildings on the terrain are like almost like tents, very thick tents, and there's this one just sturdy looking building with a little bit of a walkway around it, and like a little second floor, like a little balcony attached to it, like a
Okay.
door and a window.
Kasirian, maybe we should try to take a closer look at that nice looking building over there. Maybe pretend
Sure.
that we are trying to become new miners.
Sure. Works for me.
Alright. I will lead the way to the gates.
As you walk towards the gates, the guards that are there. Halt! I don't recognize you lot. What's your business here?
We were we were We're new miners, the town. We want to get our position from the boss.
All right. Names?
Julia.
Dolgrim.
Nice. All right, Dolgrim, Julia. That doesn't really sound too. Oh, never mind. Just walk on through. Boss is in that nice-looking building back there. Just I don't fucking know. Just I guess if he knows you're coming, then yeah, just knock on his door. I guess.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Brush past.
Alright, yeah, so they'd let you through without that much of an issue.
Yeah, once we're out of earshot, we should probably change your name from Julia while you're an orc.
Well, I'm not very good at coming up with things on the spot, okay? You make up a name then. I had an excuse ready though if you questioned me on it. I would just be like, oh yeah, my parents had some stupid ideas about trying to, like, rise above their station. Like, oh, if we give her some weird name, maybe it means people would see her less of an orc. Just bullshit. I don't know.
How about we call you Borba?
Ew!
That's an orc name.
It's
all right?
fine, but oh god, that sounds like the name of an illness that leaves like pus-filled globules on your skin. Just sounds gross.
I mean, orcs are pus-filled globules.
Well, that's rude. But okay.
I got the Borba.
All right, that's my new name then. Well, I'm an orc.
Do we see anyone going in and out of the building?
Not really. No.
Is there like, what's around it? Like, is it like a pretty open area around it, or?
Yeah, everything is pretty open. It seems that all the buildings, including the fancier looking one, are definitely built with the purpose of being able to take down quite quickly and move if need to. It's definitely like a workplace building type thing where it's like as soon as this place is done, pick up your stuff and clear it out type of situation.
Part of me really wishes we could somehow get a message to the group and we could just stay here. We're in and just like hide until they get here, but that's probably a terrible idea. I don't know if I trust some of them unsupervised.
It's alright. Follow my lead, and I will knock on the door.
All right. It takes a little while for you. Don't seem to get a response.
Shit. I'll knock again, but a little more pounding than knocking.
Okay.
Tush, tush, tush.
You wait.
Oh, okay.
You wait. You wait, and eventually the door swings open. And in front of you stands a very broad-looking half-orc, pretty like jagged tusks, very blue compared to most half-orcs. He's more of a blue boy than the typical green-gray color. Wearing full plate, but in a copper-like color. And he just looks at you and says, "What?"
We're new miners, sir. We were told to come get our orders from you where we're supposed to be.
Right, fuck. You're late. Because or you're early, depending. New miners just arrived an hour ago. If you were supposed to be with them, you're late. Get the fuck out. If you're early, why are you early? Names, and he goes back. He says, "Come on in," and he just turns around and goes to like his desk area.
I'll look at Narok to be like, "Are we going in, or are we?"
Yeah.
Dip? Okay.
I'll walk in. Just like nod. What is it? What is it like? What's the space like? Sorry.
It's like it's the little desk area with like a bookcase behind it. It seems to be no books with like titles, but just all administration, if you will. Like,
okay.
Somewhat organized. a window next to the desk. His desk is cluttered with all kinds of papers and forms and whatever the fuck.
Anything
than
that looks
that-
important?
Roll a perception check.
Both of us?
If you're looking out
19.
for stuff, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Nope. That's a 0. I rolled a 1 and it's -1.
Nice.
Solid.
Yeah, in the
I
wrong
see
cube,
nothing.
you spot a letter with a particular mark on it. The mark is one that you recognize. It's the official seal of Empress Thalmar.
Shit,
So
yo.
yeah, that letter seems of importance since it's signed by the Empress herself,
All right.
as you can see from a distance. Like you recognize the seal.
I'll just walk closer up to the desk.
Okay.
Gotta
Yeah, he
follow
doesn't really pay you any mind. He just kind of goes through like his drawers to make sure that he finds the documentation. So, what are your names again?
Dolgrim. And this is
Right.
Borba.
Dolgrim and Borba. That sounds like some proper right orcs you do. Right. I can't seem to find your fucking paperwork. What is it? Do you have anything with you? What?
It must have gotten mixed up. You know how people can be. I don't know.
Yeah, I try to stay organized as much as I fucking can, but it's with all this fucking shit, and there's the goblins. They're also like
The goblins make everything a pain.
Oh, it's a pain in the ass. Yeah, you seem like a pretty. You know, you got the smarts up there. I appreciate that. Well, fuck it. You guys are here for some mining work. We're always looking for people to help out. We are currently branching out deeper into the ground because we found traces of some more copper veins, but we have to build up the actual mine shafts first. So dig out space, you know, make sure that it's all in a way that we can build support so that the tunnels don't collapse on us and all that. Yeah, we could use some more hands at that. Yeah, if you guys just want to start now, you can.
Could we start tomorrow? Our comrade who is not with us is a little sick. Yeah,
What?
drank a little too much last night.
What's
Know
his
me.
name then?
It's Uthgar.
Roll a persuasion check.
As he's before.
Deception?
Well, as
Oh,
he's doing that, I was gonna
deception.
say,
Good, because I actually have bonus
It's
for
yeah,
deception.
deception.
Oh, so
That's good.
he may have
17?
had he may have had some nasty stuff down at one of those sketchier pubs in town. Ever tried
Oh,
any of this? And I like pop open one of the absinthe bottles and just let him like smell it.
He smells it and he's like, "Oh, that sounds proper nice." Is that from what's that place called? The Gobby Slit, that fucking Goblin Run place.
Yeah, so you could see why
Yes.
he's not feeling so hot today.
Yeah, it's proper terrible. That I've been there. I've spent.
So
been
does
out
that mean
there
he now
once.
gets advantage because I'm
Never again.
helping sell a story?
Sure,
Yay!
sure.
Dirty 20.
Nice
Not
job,
bad.
Laura.
All right. I won't be here tomorrow. I'm actually off on some business. I'll give you I'll tell you what. I'll give you a little letter, yeah, that I sign, and then you show that to the guards and whoever you're with, and they'll be you'll be allowed access to the grounds. Yeah. So oh, hello.
Cut out.
Oops. Okay, lit. He takes out a piece of paper and he's like, "All right, so Borba, Uthgar,
Yes.
Yeah.
and
And
Dolgrim, to be allowed access on the grounds that day, signed by," and he signs his name on it. All right, just hand that to the guards tomorrow morning, and they'll allow you access on the grounds. I'd say don't make a mess, but who am I kidding? It's a fucking shithole. So, you know, just don't cause any trouble.
Oh, of course not.
Wouldn't dream of it.
Right, good. Anything else I can do for you? I got a little bit of a a break now, so
No, I think we were just gonna go, take a look, get the lay of the land, so we're ready to start, hit the ground running tomorrow.
yeah, sure. You need someone to guide you, or you'll find your own?
I mean, if you'd like to walk us down there, that'd be great.
But we also can see you're clearly a very busy and important guy, so it's up to you.
What the hell? Anything that I can do to, avoid actual work. Yeah, sure. I'll give you a little tour.
All right.
Great.
As he comes around the desk, I want to pat him on the back with my left hand, and with my right, try and swipe that Empress Thalmar letter.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Roll
Oh,
a sleight
God.
of hand.
Oh,
All right, this is important. I'm pulling out the dice.
Oh, God.
Oh my god. You're insane.
We were doing so well, Soko. We've if
I
you
have
fuck it
to.
up,
It's important.
I know you do, but if you fuck it up, we literally got 3 of our party a free
I
in.
ain't fucking it up, Laura.
Okay.
All right? Chill.
I ain't
Chill.
fucking
That's
it up.
22.
Rolled a 4 on my
Please.
perception, so
Yes.
yeah, you managed to just
God.
as you
Oh,
pat him on
God.
the back, swipe the letter, and without looking, just kind of put it in your back pockets.
Holy shit.
And with this dice hasn't filled me yet. All right.
Right.
And I will walk over.
Yeah, follow me then. And he leads you outside, and right down there in the middle, and he points to just this big cave mouth that kind of just appears out of the ground.
Mhm.
It's pretty steep slope down into miners coming to and from. Right, that's obviously that's where the magic happens. That's the actual mine. The insides of the mine, the various mine shafts and all that have been signed, and there's signs that point you in the right direction. So if I say, hey, you got to be a cup of vein number 23, you can just follow the signs and get there. It's very nice and easy. It's between you and me, there's a lot of idiots among, us. So I have to make it as easy as possible. We do, right, as you notice, you see, some armed guards. It makes it look like a prison camp mostly, but it's because sometimes, alright, I don't mean to scare you, before your first day of work, but sometimes creatures emerge from the mine. I don't know if it's our mining that kind of fucks with their habitat or whatever that wakes them up. But yeah, we've seen some shit. So we've hired some muscle that if something would pop out of the mine mouth trying to eat us, then they can deal with that, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen a lot of weird things. One time there was this creature that fucking. I've heard of it's almost like a shark. Like it swam to the ground and it fucking jumped up and in one bite ate
What
3
the
of my men. It was
fuck?
crazy. Yeah, it was fucking wild. So yeah, ever since that
Shit.
predicament, we have some hired muscle that deals with
Damn.
shit like that. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Anyway, and he continues walking, and he points you to a pretty big tent. This is the mess hall. Here's where you guys will eat, drink, and all that on your breaks and all that shit. Yeah, it's just the food here isn't that great. If you can take some shit from home, I would suggest it, because the
That's
food
fair.
that gets made by the cook here is fucking rancid.
I'm just picturing the cook from Atlantis. I got your 4 basic food groups right here: beans, bacon, whiskey, and lard. That guy. Just picturing that.
Right, and plus this is some of the workers, come from far off, so we have some tents set up so that they can, sleep here and all that. Will you be requiring that, or do you have a place in the city that you can stay? We also have accommodations at the entrance of the city, with just very tiny living situations, kind of stacked on top of each other along the wall. We rent those out if you wanted, but if you do you have a place to stay? Or...
Yeah.
I've got a brother in the city. He's
Yeah, we're good.
letting us live there for the moment.
All right, perfect, and that's good. Other than that, some of the guards here, don't be surprised if you see some of the guards or some of the workers and the guards have a little brawl. They do a little bit of improv combat here to kind of they're orcs, man. They want to fucking fight. So they
Yeah.
have that set up sometimes where, you know, we fucking
Hell yeah.
Yeah, who doesn't
they
love a good
roll,
good
they
little
put-
brawl
put-
now and
put
then?
some coin on the line. Sometimes they even bet their working hours on the line as well. It's quite interesting.
Sounds
I
like a
don't really
good
care
time.
to do that. Sometimes it helps. Sometimes I participate. You know, as soon as I get home, you know, this is my wife. She, so you know, it's,
We all know how that is.
yeah, it's fucking. Anyway, love her to bits. But yeah, she, you know, it's
Yeah.
over here. I'm the boss. When I go home, it's not so much. Right. I think that's about it, really. Anything else you need to know, or could I, you know,
I
enjoy
think-
the rest of my,
I think that's perfect. Think we're all set.
Right, great. Yeah, good luck. If there's anything you need, I won't be here tomorrow, but just, you know, try to avoid some of the goblins. You know.
Oh.
Ah, fuck the goblins.
Yeah, we're not big fans of them anyways.
You know, some of the overseers in the mines themselves are goblins, but you know, just whatever they say, just like take it with it.
Is there anyone else working down in the mines, or is it just all half orcs?
Mostly
seen some
half
other
orcs, because you
hiding
know,
around.
strong and burly. Goblins tend to oversee the things.
Well, yeah, you know,
Um,
puny, not so much good for the heavy lifting.
Exactly. There's this one fucking we do have some people that aren't half orcs or goblins in the mines. They do shit pretty deep in the mine. I don't even know what they do, to be honest, but they pay me some good coin to have access there, and I just don't ask questions, you know.
Oh, I mean, coin's coin.
Exactly.
All right, well,
Right.
you've been a great help. Thanks.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, just don't die your first day, and
Wasn't
I guess.
counting on it, so we're all good there.
Thank you.
all right.
I will start walking away.
Yeah, as we're walking out, I'm going, bet you 5 gold pieces. Those people he's talking about. I'm like whispering. Are the cultists?
I think you're right. And he's helped us more than he thought, because I will show her the little note and then sit back
I
on my bed.
just like my eyes widen for a bit, and then just like,
Yeah, you also recognize the seal.
yeah, it's like, oh, all right, let's go back to back to the inn. And now I'm thinking with that letter, you, me, Tremaris becomes Uthgar, and we just walk right in and meet the other 3 who we direct to
They just go
take
our
advantage
shit.
of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy peasy. Can't believe that fucking
Can
worked.
we take a break there? Because I really gotta pee.
Yeah, sure, we can
I'll
take a
go
little
feed
break
my
there.
cat.
Sorry.
Oh my god.
We'll say that you guys go back to the inn, and you guys all kind
I've
of
been
meet up
holding it.
at the end of your like whatever you had to do for the day.
Yeah.
And close to like dinner time, you all meet up back at the inn, and we'll take a little break there. Sure. Yeah.
Cool.
Alright.
Be
Sweet.
everyone. Also, apparently that orc guy is popular. There's requests in chat that he should permanently join the party.
I mean, you know, you don't know how he reacts to non-orcs. It's
Yeah,
cool, man.
exactly.
He's nice to his
Anyways,
own kind.
it's fine. I can't believe that worked out so conveniently, and like we might not have to fight our way in here. Holy shit, I'm shocked. Oh my god, Tika, I'm gonna feed you literally right now. Calm
It'll all
yourself.
fall down, I'm sure.
All right, we will see you guys in a bit.
All right.
Okie dokie. Let's get back to it. Let's go back
Hello.
into the
Right,
D&D.
into the news.
Alrighty,
I'm your
ladies and
host,
gents,
Killer Keemstar.
Ew.
you all arrive back at the inn to discuss what you guys did in preparation for what's about to happen. So yeah, you guys all meet up at the inn at like a similar time. Aberan is done with his. Should we say that you're done with your grinding and you also did the ritual, or?
If I haven't already done what I want to,
Yeah.
then I'm going to immediately rent a room on my own and go up and do that.
We'll say that you've done it already. We'll say that you've done it. Yeah, sure.
So
So yeah,
I'll do all 4 then.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, you all meet up.
Yep.
Discuss, I guess.
Yeah, well, I'll explain, like, what Narank and I found, and the basic plan is us plus Tremaris using Disguise Self go in as those 3 half-orcs that now have, like, the written letter of permission, and then Aberan, Nakul, and Actanis take advantage of the guard rotation shift on the gate, and we'll wait for them by whatever gate we choose for them to do that.
I also just thought of another idea. If they get questioned when they get inside, we can say that they're new hires as mercenaries to help fight creatures coming out of the deep.
True, because all of them look scary and fighty.
Yeah, well, I mean, Brand's a little... Yeah.
He's in full-on armor. It has a mace. Like...
I have a disguise kit, so I could make myself look kind of like an orc. I just have to have a hood up all the time, because
That's fair. Well, then I think that's a good plan. That's your cover story. If people do see you coming in, you're hired to protect from the weird creatures that have been showing up in the mine.
I'm very much not good at being quiet.
That's why you wait till there's no guards there, and then you try and
Yeah, the guard changes
scoot
every
in
2
there
hours.
really fast.
Okay.
So once you're on the grounds, you're on the
right in.
grounds, and if anyone questions you, that's what we'll say, and then we'll find you, and also then we can vouch for you, because we're
We also
allowed to
think
be
we
here.
figured out where they may be. The boss man talked about somewhere deep in the mine, where they're doing something that he doesn't even know about, but he's being paid coin to just let them do it and not give a
Yeah,
fuck.
it sounds like the sketchy cultists are paying him off to hide out in the mine, in the deepest,
Exactly.
darkest part of it. Because, of course, what else ever happens in our life? Nothing's ever easy. They're not going to be in the first nice little tunnel. So,
So, those of you who aren't spellcasters, which is realistically only Tremaris and I
yes.
have a gift for you all. But this is a very much last resort, don't waste this gift.
Okay.
And I'll pass
Alright.
them each one of the vials of the 4 that I have.
Okay.
What-
So Aberan hands you all a vial of holy water that he created.
Ooh.
I have to rectify something. This is holy water. What Narank used to coat his bullets with was holy oil.
Okay.
Yep.
Mhm.
Minor thing. So holy water, think of it as like a bottle
Acid
of
vial.
acid, a bottle of
Yep.
acid that you can yeet at something and it splashes and it
You
all
can
burns the
Flash
unholy
it or throw
oil,
it,
ah.
etc.
Can I
Or you
quickly
can-
do an experiment, take the lid off, and see if I can shape water with it? Like, if it behaves the same way as normal? So can I try and draw it out and, like, levitate it in my hand?
Yeah, you do that, and it does seem to act pretty much the same way.
Okay, and I'll put it back in really
Although,
fast.
Keep in mind that if you use it to like splash it on someone, and you try to like get it back.
Oh, yeah, no, then it's
You know,
gone.
on impact, it burns into like the flesh. And
Yeah, I also
so,
treat
like,
it as
evaporates
consumable,
pretty
but
much.
I can animate it.
It's it's
before
very
then.
much consumable. But yeah, you could choose to put it in your little flask and do some water
Okay.
and shit with it. Yeah.
Okay.
Each of those vials cost me 25 gold pieces. Don't waste them. And don't drink them.
Oh, don't worry. I'm just kind of
cool
like,
with it right next to his mouth.
I'm just looking at it very excited and mesmerized, and like,
No, actually,
Uh,
he's been told
thank
what it
you.
is. If he didn't tell Nicole,
So
what it
if
was-
you splash something with it, if it's fiend or undead, it takes 2d6 radiant damage.
okay.
2d6, it's not bad.
Here.
how did your missions go?
I will just pick up from beside me the big the sack of rations and just go. I mean, I've got a lot here, so
Awesome.
you put these in your little special bag you've got, and we'll just divvy them out
as needed.
Yeah. I mean, if y'all want to take enough to have enough for 2 weeks each,
I mean, if
I
you
can
just
put the rest in the bag of holding.
If we just put them all in there, then we know they're all together, and then we just.
Because we all have some on us right now, so we can start with that.
I also I got a spare healing potion if anybody would like it. Just in case. No, we've got some healers, but you know sometimes we might be like caught out by ourselves, or like they might be busy.
I've got 2 myself.
Well,
so,
they might be dead.
Maybe give it to Tremaris.
I'll just kind of put it in the middle of the table for anyone who wants to.
I could heal myself using various spells. So if anyone else would want that healing potion,
I mean, if that wants, I'll just keep it. I mean, just putting out there. I'll keep it to myself.
But good to know. Good to know it's there.
150 rations in that bag.
Hmm.
There's 150 rations in that bag.
Yeah.
Yes.
By the way, Dutch, the thing that I did, I've marked down the appropriate spell slots.
Good.
Right, so are we going there tonight, or what are we doing? We doing this tonight, or we doing this in the morning?
I'm thinking first thing in the morning, 'cause that's when we were told to come back, myself and Nuronk, with our aliases.
Let us in.
And figure this is our last chance to get, a good night's sleep in a bed and a hot meal for who knows how long, so...
Does it specify a time on the slip of when we're supposed to be there? Shit. Alright.
We'll
Just the
first
date.
thing, then.
Just tomorrow's date.
Yeah, so we'll just show up bright and early tomorrow, I think.
Better early than late.
Sounds like a plan.
Meanwhile, go up to Hannah and just say, can we have whatever the nicest meal you have to offer a group of our size for this evening? That would be ideal.
Well, I have meat, some vegetables. If you're lucky, I have a couple of potatoes left.
That works.
All right. If I remember correctly, your big friend isn't a fan of meat, correct?
No, he definitely prefers the leafy vegetable side of food.
Okay, good to know. Yeah, I'll cook something up.
But the other big one, point to Nakul, will eat his share of meat.
I've seen him I've seen him do his work.
Yeah.
You also planning to stay here for the night?
Yes, so rooms as well.
Alright, meal, rooms, I'd suppose we have a couple of more rooms to spare now. Doubles, triples?
Shout back to the party. What's the bunking situation tonight? What do you guys want? 2s or 3s?
Whatever's cheaper.
There we go. Whatever's cheaper.
It doesn't really matter because we charge price per head, not per room. So it's about 5 silver each, so that would be 3 gold. I'll just give you the 2 triples, I guess.
Okay.
And then also the food, another 5 silver will cover the bill
Perfect.
for all of you.
So that was 2 gold, 5 silver? 3 gold, 5 silver?
3 gold and 5 silver.
3 gold, 5 silver. Okay, cool.
Alright, and she goes back, starts preparing the food. After a little while, she just puts the food on the table, various meats, a big, garden salad type thing, some bread, some cheeses, some fruits. Just a nice hearty meal.
Excellent.
Some mashed potatoes.
When we're done with that, I want to retire to my room, and I have a question out of game.
Okay.
Would I potentially be able to put the holy water into that last grenade that I do have to make it a holy grenade?
Holy hand grenade event.
Bring out the
Would I be able to do this in the time I have before we have to be there in the morning?
Being an elf, only requiring 3 hours of sleep per se, or sleep meditation, I would say you could try.
Wait.
Alright, I'm gonna try.
Okay.
How many checks do I need to make?
Just roll me your first tinkering check.
Oh,
Natural 20.
hey.
It's a good start.
You carefully dismantle the like the triggering device that actually makes it so that the boom happens. You know, like the thing you
Make thing go boom. Yep.
make it go boom. Like you carefully dismantle that so that you don't cause an explosion in the inn, and you manage to like open up the reservoir where the black powder is currently sitting in. You pour the holy water just in there.
Yeah, I guess so. Trying to think if there's a way to contain it.
So you pour the holy water in. The vial you have fits in the grenade like entirely.
Okay.
And you see it like kind of mix with the black powder, and what you have in your grenade now is like this almost just of liquid now at this point. Like the powder slowly dissolves into the liquid. You don't know if it will work, but it seems good. Smile.
Okay.
Roll another tinkering check to see if you can use the grenade again.
17?
You put the cap back on to close up the grenade, and you activate the mechanism again that makes it go boom, and carefully put that back in.
Very, very
And,
carefully.
And it didn't blow up on you, so
Okay, so hopefully it works.
seems good. Question mark.
Alright. That's my night.
All right. Anyone else doing anything?
Just chilling.
All right.
Yeah.
So you guys have your food. Yes.
When everyone else goes upstairs,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to, before I go to bed,
Okay.
go and
Hit
buy
on the
some bottles of
barmaid.
alcohol. No, not hitting the barmaid.
The absinthe? Or what?
Just some fire water and some ale.
Bottles? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can sell you a couple of bottles of ale and some firewater. Anything else you want? How
I'll
many were you
take.
thinking?
So I'll take 2 bottles of fire water
All right.
and 6 bottles of ale.
Right. They're pretty sizable bottles, kind of comparable to those bottles that you got from those half-orc farmers. You know, like the pretty
And a
sizable.
strong Joe ale.
Yes, the reference you caught on like weeks after.
Weeks later, like.
Oh my goodness. Even I got that
Um,
one.
Yeah. 6 of those?
Yeah, please.
Right. Let's call it 5 gold.
Fine by me.
All right.
I will put those in my backpack.
Cool. It's just like a walking liquor store at this point. Just you put
Clink,
your back, you step
clink,
on your
clink,
backpack, and
clink,
just like
clink,
clank.
I'll stack my rations between the bottles to stop it making too much noise.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else anyone wants to do before you get some rest for the night?
At one point, just kind of like whisper to Narong to be like, when you read that letter, you need to tell me what it says.
Okay. Yeah. So you'll do that before he goes upstairs. All right. Are you reading the letter, perchance?
You're
read it,
muted.
Soko.
My bad. Yeah, sure.
Okay. Interesting enough, you read in the letter that the Empress herself is going to send a couple of envoys in her name to the area soon to take a look at the situation regarding the various creatures that keep popping up out of the.
Soko, what if she sends a certain group of people?
And that they should expect a group of mercenaries soon, carrying her seal.
All right.
Yeah, buddy.
How do you even know Laura?
Soon TM.
She didn't use the name though.
Come on. Who else
Did it
is
mention
gonna
the
be?
name
Golden
Blades
Blades at all? No.
Okay.
No. Damn! I swear to God.
Just mentions a group of people that will check on things in her name. That's all she says.
Okay. All right. Narok needs to sleep.
Yeah, so y'all go to bed. Have a nice long rest.
Sleep.
No one gets visited by
Oh,
any scary dreams.
I would use the ring of alarm around like our room, whoever ends up in my room, I would alarm that one.
Okay, sure.
Or just find a bed in whichever room has space.
All right, cool. Yeah,
I'm
so
making
y'all,
sure I'm not in Kissaron's room.
smart. Yeah, you guys all have some rest. Wake up bright and early to start the day. When you guys wake up and get downstairs,
Immediately, hat become Borba.
you see Hannah look at you guys. She's still a little groggy, just woken up. She just nods at you and.
Oh, I put my chainmail back on, by the way.
Okay.
It's probably
Smart.
Smart.
Stale mail. Sorry.
Alright.
At some point before or after we eat, I'm gonna paint myself with the
Disguise kit.
That's the word.
Okay, yeah. So you take some time out. Like you guys all have some breakfast. There's a little like banquet, if you will, set up. You can grab some the various bibs and bobs to
All of the meat.
get you some sustenance. Yeah. So you whip out your disguise kit and start like just painting your skin a darker, greener-ish like tone. Put up your hood. Kind of tie your hair in a certain like knot that it's because typically the half-orcs that you've seen don't really have like long flowing hair. It's more like in a knot or barbed or whatever. So you kind of just deal with that situation. Put your hood up and yeah, in the right lighting from a distance, you might pass for a half-orc.
If you
And
really squint your eyes.
yeah, tell Tremeris. So your name until we get into those tunnels, your name is Uthgar now.
All right, Uthgar.
All right.
All right.
Well, lead the way, you two. You
Yeah,
seem to know,
Yeah.
Remember that you guys do need to wait for that shift change to get in. Otherwise, they will ask you why you're there, and you don't really have a good reason to be there.
I say
Uncle Will, is there somewhere place for us to like be able to see it without being like seen?
the gate that we were kind of staking out. I'm assuming there's some sort of maybe like hill or like rock formation we were kind of like hiding behind or like looking out from.
Yeah, you can kind of just go to the spots where Narank and Kissaron were.
Yeah. So yeah,
staking it out.
we'll show them where we were, and then say, all right, now you stay here until the guard change. We'll go around and go through the main entrance, and we'll come back here once we're inside and meet you here.
I'll be looking out for a guard change and also just kind of looking around to see if there's like no one. I say near us, but you know what I mean, just looking more than just the guards. Like, hey, smile.
Perception check.
People.
I will be focused fully on the guards.
Perception 11. Wait, is that no? It's a 7. That's cool. I was like, is that 7 or 1? 11.
So the half-orcs are already on their way inside, pretty much.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, you guys get stopped at the gate. Halt! State your business. I don't recognize you lot.
I'll hand him the letter, the note.
He takes it, reads it. Right. Borba, Uthgar, and Dolgrim. That's you, I guess.
Yeah.
Right, I mean, this has the man's name on it, so yeah, just get to it, I suppose. You can collect your pickaxe and whatever you want from one of the nearby tents, and report to report to oversee Fizzybit. He's one of the fellas at the entrance to the mine. He'll, point you into the right direction.
Mhm.
All right.
All right.
Sounds good.
Nicole, you see this exchange happen, and you see your friends that are now half orcs enter the grounds. And as you guys enter the grounds, you kind of lose sight of them, Nicole. Yeah, and nothing else really catches your attention. Those that are now on the inside of the grounds, roll a perception check.
2.
Nice.
16
This is not a skill I will ever do well on.
That's tremendous.
with a -1, probably not.
Tremaris and Kaseran don't seem to notice it, but you, Narong, notice a trembling in the ground. You feel the ground shake a bit. And as you guys get
dear.
closer to the actual entrance to the mines,
Oh god.
getting louder and louder and louder, as eventually a group of miners comes running out of the mine, like with just a face of panic, as they are being chased by 3 large ogres. But the ogres are looking a little more dead than alive. The ogres, like their jaw kind of hangs from their mouth, like really just dangles.
Oh god.
Various just, like wounds, and you swear that one of the ogres has an arm that's kind of like sewn back on, like attached to it. Like they just look very patchworky, and as soon as they like appear, most of the guards at the gates all just rush. You guys at the gates now see that the guards are leaving and we're all running towards whatever is happening on the grounds.
Oh,
And
here we
you
go.
watch as you like a group of 20 like half-orc guards start to just fucking go to town on these ogres. What do you guys do?
Guys, we can use this to get in the mines. We need to find the others and get in. We can't take this fight without looking suspicious.
Yeah, let's just go find them and get in there. As much as I feel bad for abandoning these people to these creatures, like they have a whole bunch of armed guards, clearly like hired for
the guards
this.
will be fine.
Yeah,
I'm
Let's
sure they can handle 3 ogres.
let's do it.
Nicole, Abran, and Octanus, you guys now see all the guards just suddenly leave. You hear some commotion coming from the grounds, but you don't really see what's going on.
Seeing the guards leave, I'm like, I guess that's the guard change. It's a little bit earlier than I was expecting. Come on then, guys.
Let's just go.
I mean, I don't know what they do, so it must be the guard change, obviously.
No.
I get up and walk.
As you guys now also enter the grounds, you guys just walking on in, or are you like trying to stay stealthily some-ish?
Just walk on in like we
fucking
know
big
what we're
dick
doing,
it, just
like,
like
Just walking with purpose.
Get that big dick energy going.
Just walk with purpose. All right.
Yeah,
I,
we're
have
just
to walk
like
with purpose.
we know
Walk
where
with
we're
purpose.
I respect it. I respect it.
belong here.
Alright,
Long
Steve,
dong
how's it going?
swinging.
How's the wife?
You guys walk in.
Oh god. Roll bad. Bad. Jinx.
Nat 20s in a row.
Most of the people on the grounds are too busy either running away or running towards the fight to really notice you at first. After a while, though, you do catch some glimpses from a couple of half-orcs. No guards, just miners. But they don't seem to approach you, but you do see, like, you exchange looks, pretty much.
Okay.
Just like-
Meet the eyes, but look away, just like that, like, oh shit, and then means big eye contact.
Kind of, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, sorry. Just gonna keep on walking with purpose. Gonna try.
You guys
try
now
and spot
see.
out my friends.
You guys now also see these like 3, like zombified ogres, getting pretty fucking destroyed by just the sheer amount, like a small army of half-orc guards that is now tearing into them. What do you guys do?
I will try and find if I.
Yeah,
can...
do we see them coming?
Gonna try and-
Yeah, 'cause we
Oh
were-
yeah,
we
they
were-
stick out like a sore thumb.
Okay, I will
Orcs
walk
and
over to them.
goblins.
We'll find them and be
Yes.
like, let's go. Let's find a tunnel entrance now.
We need to
Start
go
chance.
around, yep. We need to just
From a
go.
distance.
Okay.
These guards have this handled.
From a distance.
Does it look like there's like a way to like kind of go around that without them really noticing us, but not having to like stealth per se? Or would we kind of need to be a little stealthy?
I think probably stealth.
I mean, your stealth checks will be with an advantage because everyone is just distracted by these 3 fuck off zombie ogres.
Okay, yeah, so just stealth around the edge.
Stealth
then, I
it,
guess.
stealth it to the first tunnel entrance we can
Yeah.
see that isn't where the ogres came out of.
Yeah. Oh, stealth as well.
Yeah, make it.
Hit the cable. Okay.
What is Tremaire's
guys.
stealth? Let's see.
Hey guys,
Yes,
Oh
got
wait,
one
it's with
on one dice,
advantage.
right?
Oh
For
shit.
0.
Hey, once again, guys,
Fucking
we
fuck.
rolled a stealth check and I rolled 2 very similar numbers.
Are they
I
good
rolled a
numbers?
15 and a 16.
Nice,
Well,
bro.
that's good then.
Shit.
Are we
Plus
all
0,
rolling with
so it's
advantage?
16.
19.
Oh, no, I don't get advantage
Why?
because
Oh, yeah.
Same.
I have disadvantage.
Well, you don't get
Advantage.
disadvantage.
So yeah, that
so.
cancels out.
Yeah.
Clank.
Why'd you have disadvantage?
His armor.
Armor that
Then
makes
we
us
got
have
it.
disadvantage.
I have a 0 modifier in stealth.
Mhm.
Yeah, same.
Yikes.
I have a +6, so I'm not so worried about that.
Okay, so what did you guys roll?
19.
16.
19.
Oh.
2.
Okay.
There's a lot of bottles in my bag.
Seeing that most of you made the roll, that'll compensate for the one heavy
Okay.
clanging ASMR that's with you. So yeah, I'll say that you
Yay.
make your way around the fight and just like dive into the nearest tunnel entrance you see, I suppose. Yeah. Okay. So you managed to dodge out of, seem to have entered the mines without being noticed. The first thing that you see is just a bunch of tunnels leading like everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of signposts set up. This part of the mine is pretty well lit. Various torches and whatnot. Yeah, what do you guys do?
Would it be a
how
safe
many
bet to
torches
just
are
look at whatever when you come to a fork in the road, just take whatever tunnel looks like it goes the most down? Because they said they were in like one of the deeper parts.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah,
Like-
sounds good.
Unless anyone else has any intuition underground of where to go.
Nah.
I don't
Nah.
spend time underground.
Wait,
Alright.
bye.
I didn't spend loads of time underground. It's how
You're more
underground.
you're more of a you're more of a
You're
you're more of a mountain boy
Yeah,
than a mine
that's
boy.
it,
So
than a mine
yeah.
boy, That's fine. I would.
Although
I'll be
you
able
know,
to remember.
although the interior very similar, it's definitely a different type of terrain. So.
Yeah. I'll be able to remember what the terrain looks like, boys, because I'm. But I don't know it. Outlander. I
Alright.
remember this perfectly.
All right. Roll a perception
So
check.
check.
Everyone or.
Those who are trying to see any
22.
sign of where the fuck to go.
I'll have a little look. 10. Perception.
Hey, I got a decent perception for once. 17.
Nice.
15.
10.
You see that in one of the tunnels, there is a sign that has a bunch of like different pointers on it, and one of the pointers is written in a different language than the rest of them.
Oh.
What? Can any of us read that language?
Yes,
Who?
you do, Octanus.
Oh! Yay! I can read something. Okay,
I
what is
can
it?
read.
You
speak
shouldn't sound
Infernal, right?
surprised.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Anyone else
Let's
speak Infernal?
read it.
No.
Pretty sure no. Only
Night,
she
because
does, right?
you're all a bunch of.
What are we-
doofuses. Okay, what is it?
What?
Is it?
What does it say?
Infernal.
Well,
Yeah.
he'll probably
I
have to
don't
DM
speak
you,
Infernal.
Belle, because only you can read it.
Oh yeah. You need to DM me.
Yeah, I'll DM you. Sure.
Of course she can read Infernal. She's from the Hells.
Yeah, exactly.
Get
you know
whispers. Yeah.
Whisper, whisper.
It says
Whisper,
Octanus
whisper.
sucks. From Iron Dick.
Yeah,
Got
it's
him.
Rufus is a bitch, and that's what it says.
Just
So
graffiti.
preface.
It's a proof.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Guys,
Just
ice
slam the
cream
shell.
guys, am I right?
Check out ice cream
During
dice.
this short interlude, let's take this moment to talk about ice cream dice.
They just passed
Yeah, right.
84K, I believe. Yes,
Shout
they're
out
about
to-
they're about to hit 85K.
Wish I had 85k, even with your Canadian Monopoly money.
Yeah.
Wait, guys, we'll change it as well. Just any dice Kickstarter smile, but the ice cream dice especially because they're fucking great.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but
There you go.
Once Ice Cream Dice is funded, let's look for new people and like
Yes,
be like, hey,
James,
we already
we
helped fund it
know.
one. Give us free dice.
Hey, I
Interesting.
support Critic UK Spirit of the Dice set. They're pretty cool. They've got Blue Dragon
James,
set.
that just
Alright,
shows a lack
so,
of motivation.
Atanis, you notice that and walk up to the sign and you see like, hey, this is language that I understand, but it's a different language than the rest of the signs. What you do with that information is up to you, of course.
I'm gonna point in the direction the sign is pointing and we go this way.
Okay. Like we
Why?
trust you, but care to share why?
No.
I mean, I get this sounds different from the others, but what's on it that you're not telling us?
Do you really want me to waste
roll
time
a
explaining this to you?
roll a history check. You're wrong.
Fuck, dude, I can't do history.
Look,
Brother.
I don't
Octanus.
speak your
Little
language.
information goes a
That's
long
a
way.
0.
You can tell us while we're walking there, but
Okay.
Fine, it says Oz blessing.
who?
Ass
You-
blessing.
Oz, as in the
The
letter,
letter
R,
R.
Oh,
apostrophe S,
okay.
blessing.
Sarah, and roll a history check.
Oh, what is my history? That's
I was
not-
like, dude, I don't fucking know.
Is
I
that
got
Octanus
a
telling
little-
the truth?
7.
Is it
You
Tanis
do
doing it for
vaguely
or just-
recall saying that the person you're looking for is a tiefling, and now the only tiefling in your group is able to read the sign. You're
Yep.
managing to connect the dots.
And their cult about Reskiel. That name
Yeah,
starts with
exactly.
an R. Like, I don't know, it might be something.
Is Octanus telling the truth?
Insight
Roll an
check.
insight check.
Oh my God.
No, I never tell the truth.
Wow.
I
So
mean,
16.
16. Athanas, are you telling the truth?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Psych them.
Nice.
No, I'm joking. I'm not.
she's telling the truth.
I don't want to not trust Octanus, but there was
don't
no
trust-
need to not tell us that. It was just games for the
It
sake
just
of
seemed
game.
like a waste of time.
We
Alright,
can
so-
To
literally-
you, to other people, it is not a waste, and we appreciate
we
it.
literally had
Alright.
like an hour of saying, "Hey, let's trust each other." One day later.
Anyways, let's go.
I
We're
never
going.
agreed to
We're
trust you.
going. Let's go.
Okay. So you guys follow the tunnel along, and there's still definitely signs of like heavy mining activity. The various like half-filled mine carts with various ores. You walk down this tunnel, and you see just a bunch of very neatly ordered like strip mines, almost just like next to each other, all going in a straight line.
Do I see any spare metal that could be potentially used to make gun parts? Asking for a friend.
Roll a perception
Explosives.
check.
Are they in a straight line though?
Strip mines tend to be
Just
pretty
ask
straight,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
19.
You see a lot of copper. That's about it.
This copper's not really used since.
Plus, none of the metals here are refined. It's literally raw
Yeah, I know.
ores and stuff. So even if you were to see some
Yeah, if I
other
could
like
find someone to refine
vein
it.
of ore, you would have to still go through the process of refining it before you would be able to use it.
Stills.
Yeah. So going along, you eventually get to a split in the road where the tunnel kind of splits into 4 separate tunnels, like 2, like the outer edges kind of curve in a direction, and then just two tunnels that kind of go straight ahead. But there is like a wall in between them separating them, and you see that one of them curves to the left, one of them curves to the right.
Those are signs?
Nope.
Sure. Any kind of indication? Which one has more foot traffic, I guess?
Roll a perception check.
I don't like this.
14?
You see that the 2 to the left have quite some several types of prints going back and forth. If you want to look at what kind of prints they are, you want to survival it.
Yeah.
And then the 2 paths to the right, one tunnel seems to have barely any traffic, and one tunnel has some footprints going to and from, but a lot less compared to the other 2 tunnels.
How lit up
I'll
is
check
the
those
area we're in
footprints.
currently?
There's some torches the area where you guys are at. There's some light coming from the furthest tunnel to the right, and there's some light coming from the furthest tunnel to the left. The 2 middle tunnels are not lit up as far as you can tell.
13 on my survival check.
You see a bunch of footprints that are particularly small feet. Which you know, hazard to guess there's probably goblin footprints. You know, it's not really big. Very heavy footfalls as well. A lot of them. Kind of similar to your own, since you're now in half orc form. So you just compare them to your own like current footprints, and they seem pretty similar. There are, however, also some other tracks. Some of them seem quite fresh. Very big footfalls, and there seems to be some type of residue still in these big prints. It's like
kind of residue.
Pink, reddish liquid.
We can all
Pepto-Bismol.
see in the dark, right?
Nickel can't. Nickel's probably blind at this point.
No, it's still like the place you're at is still lit up.
Okay. I'm gonna dip a finger
I don't know.
into the pink liquid.
Okay.
And smell it.
It smells really vile.
It's like the beginning
I
of
don't know this at all.
Amnesia. Follow the pink
Nicole.
liquid.
It smells like a similar smell to blood, but there's
A
also
smelly smell.
something
It
else
smells.
kind of.
Smelly.
I can smell you.
It's an
Ew.
interesting smell. You've never really smelled something like it before, but it just smells like something combined with just the metallic smell of blood.
Okay. Guys, I think we should go this way. I think these footfalls are from those ogres that attack the guards upstairs.
Okay.
So they might be down this path.
Nicole,
I'm going.
would you, without stabbing me preferably, point your longsword this way?
I mean, why would you want?
He's going to enchant it and make it have a light on the end.
I mean, it could
Someone's
do
been
that
paying attention.
It could do that anyway, and I'll just go, Russ. And it could-
It's now on fire, yes. How far does the light of fire go?
about
30
like
feet?
10
Not
It's
sure actually.
technically not a torch.
I think it's
So it's not necessarily a torch, but you
Here,
do
I'm
see,
just
like,
gonna-
It would be a
little
torch.
bit.
Here, I'm just gonna sigh and unsheath my sword and hold my sword out.
Do you not have dark
I will
vision?
tell you
No, I
what.
don't have dark vision.
I'll-
Oh shit.
Ganassi don't have dark
thought
vision.
You did. I'll tap the end of it and
Nice.
cast light.
Okay.
I'll
And
say
it will
Russ.
be a warm orange glow.
There we go.
Okay.
20,
I will bet.
40 feet total, I think.
I will pull out one of my torches and just.
All right. So
I came
you
prepared for such a situation. I'll
enough,
light a
so-
torch up.
the path is now lit up in various ways so that everyone can see without bumping their head against things hanging from the tunnel ceiling or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys make it down this path, and you still see some like carts, tracks, and all that. Like, there's definitely mining activity here. But after a while, the tunnel kind of curves down and becomes like this very steep slope downhill. You find yourselves eventually in a round, kind of like naturally formed, like round chamber almost. It's a pretty there's these stalactites with this like very fluorescent moss covering it, kind of lighting up the room a little bit, the cavern a little bit. You see that there is a lot of different tracks and prints. It's very obvious, and none of them really looks familiar to you. You also hear further down this cavern, there's another tunnel, and you can hear some trembling again, and you feel the ground shake a little bit. Roll a perception check,
Everyone?
everyone.
Oh, no.
10.
6.
Oh, fucking god. Fucking shit up, Brett.
19.
16.
11.
You all walk into this like cavern in this like open room, and I need. Let's see, how many of you are there? 6. roll d6 and see.
Oh god.
Okay.
Did no one roll high enough?
I definitely didn't.
I definitely did.
You now
DC was
see,
probably like 20.
or Aberan. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I win these.
As a black beam shoots at you in your back, and as you now all look back, you see behind you floating
Beam? No.
a large, hazy eyeball with more eyeballs
No!
attached to it.
Is this
No!
a saving throw?
It's a saving throw, yeah. As this large, toothy mouth
Ugh.
grins. His big eyeball in the middle of his head doesn't seem to have any pupils. It's purely blind. And it has some fleshy bits that kind of dangling as
A
it
dead-
shoots with one of his eyes, shoots this black beam at
It's a
Aberan.
zombie beholder.
And you just hear this guttural.
Are you fucking
Aberan, what's
for
your roll?
real?
I rolled a 19.
Okay.
Please don't kill me.
Oh my
You
god.
feel-
47 damage.
You feel
so-
just this very painful painful feeling strike you in the back as it impacts you. You take you made the save, but you still take
Not the time, Tika. We're fighting beholders. Go away.
Please tell me it's necrotic.
it is necrotic. Yeah.
Yes!
That means
So
you
it
have
gets halved and then
resistance.
halved again.
He's resistant to it, yeah. So he takes half and then again half.
So luckily a D6 rolled on him and not any of the rest of us.
Yeah, right? Like,
realistically, I was the best person it could hit.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
Okay.
It's a bit litty.
That's a lot of maths.
7 with your resistance as well. 7 points of necrotic damage.
So it would have been 28 if I wasn't Aberan and hadn't
Oh
made
my
yeah, it would have been
god.
28. Yeah.
it. Oof.
And that's taken
Okay.
away from your
Half
max
health,
HP.
And you now see just this giant zombified beholder.
What is with all the
floating down
necrotic
towards
shit in our
you.
lives?
Roll initiative.
Ah!
I'm fighting a beholder!
A zombie beholder!
beholder.
A zombie beholder. Which either is gonna make it more terrifying or make it not as terrifying, because it's too
Why
Probably
can't we
less
fight a lot of
terrifying.
small zombies like that I'm good at dealing with?
Yeah, can we do loads? Can we do stuff that's in a fucking straight line, please?
What's fun in that?
I mean, if they were
I
zombies,
mean, it is technically in a straight line.
Yeah,
if
but-
it was a bunch of smaller things, I could do turn undead, but that doesn't really. It's like it's not worth my channel divinity against a fucking zombie beholder.
Not worth.
Level five.
No,
Level
no.
five.
everyone
Level
is
5.
dead. Everyone is dead. He's like, it's still not worth it, guys. It's not worth it.
Well, no, because
It's a joke.
because I'm level 5 now.
Yeah.
Any undead that fails my wisdom saving throw for turn undead, if they are CR half, they instantly are destroyed.
That's
So if it was a
cool.
bunch of low level
Um,
shit, I could just hold up my flail, and any that failed are just evaporated.
Initiative 20 plus.
Hey,
What's your roll?
21.
Nice.
Anyone?
When will that die?
Hey.
20 to 15?
17.
17?
15.
15. Alright. What's your dex, Aberan?
My dex is +0.
Okay, that's better than the beholders. So you can go first.
He's a minus
Better
dex.
than the beholders.
Well, he's a zombie, so he's not very
Guys,
dexterous.
Bad at dex.
No metagaming.
He's bad. Dude, dude.
15 to 10?
That's what I was thinking.
15 to 10?
Uh-oh. Kassarin rolls.
That's a roll
Yeah.
for Tamaris as well.
She
Natural
rolled
one
her
for
normal-
Tamaris.
Ah! Even when
I mean,
Hanzo
it's
doesn't
in
roll, he
character.
gets Hanzo rolls.
Fuck. What did you guys roll?
9.
It's alright.
Oh, that's nowhere near as bad as I expected. That's not Laura rolls.
It's single
I mean,
digits.
rolls-
Single digit initiative.
Yeah,
It's
single
Laura roll.
digit.
I also.
Alright, so now this zombified beholder is kind of floating in the air. Roughly around, let's say, 15 feet up in the air. And about pretty much right behind you, really, because it just waited for you guys to pass, and then it just shot a beam at one of you.
Behind us.
Um,
gross.
But it's like it was like it kind of you entered the room and it was like floating above you, but because you guys all rolled pretty low on your perception, you didn't hear or see it, so you guys
Yeah.
just walked in.
Oh
and then
god.
Took a shot. So yeah, it's pretty close towards you, but it's 15 feet up in the air.
Okay. Well, that's a
So yeah,
problem.
with that, Actanis,
Oh yeah,
You're
it's
top-
me first.
you're
'cause
at the
I
top of
rolled
the
second.
initiative.
Cool, cool.
Cool. How far away is it? Like, from where we're stood, it's like right behind us, right?
Yeah, but
Pretty
15
much.
feet up.
Yeah.
So out of your reach.
Okay.
Well, that's annoying.
I'm gonna throw a javelin.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have how many melee classes and a thing that's taller than us in the air?
Several. Too many. For this
Me,
How
hard is
Thomas.
it?
15
Cool.
feet up in the air.
Nothing.
Roll your attack. It's your javelin.
Let's not go with that one because that was a dead dice. Shit. 9.
You ready a javelin
99.
and chuck it at you. And it impacts, but it kind of just like it's fleshy, but still quite hardy, and just kind of bounces off and just clang on the floor. Not really doing anything. You
I have
your
another
second.
attack
You
now.
have your second attack, but you're level 5.
Yes. Okay. Oh, my dice are dicks to me today. Okay.
This
gonna-
is the calm
know
that the
that
bow
feel.
deserves, finally. For
Yeah,
those
after
good
all
rolls.
those high rolls, she's finally rolling shit.
This is when she rolls
It
terrible
happened,
for
guys.
10 weeks.
Fuck
It
you.
happened, yo.
I'm gonna rage.
You're gonna rage, alright? Is your
I'm
bonus
gonna
action?
throw another javelin.
Alright. How many of those do you have?
I have 2 left after this one.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, she
Am
picks
I
up her
screwed?
javelins, unlike me. Just
Okay.
leave them. I guess.
I don't know how to get this thing down to the ground.
My question is,
What did you roll?
out of game sense. No, it's not really an
17?
actual question. It's a
17
metagame
hits.
question.
You chuck your javelin, and it now sticks, and you hear this guttural. Roll your damage.
Okay, cool. I hate all of this.
Behold, for she has no
Uh,
damage.
Behold her. Hey!
Okay, can you guys both like just stop?
I have a
See,
quick
Dutch is warming up to puns.
question.
I don't
Sure.
add anything to damage, do I?
Your strength
Just my
Strength.
strength.
and rage. Oh no, that's not. It's only with melee attacks, right? Rage.
Yeah, Rage
This
just
is a ranged
melee
I
attack.
think so,
attack.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you had your strength still. Your strength
Cool.
modifier.
Read the numbers out if
9.
you don't know it.
9.
All right.
9
Nine.
9 points of damage.
All right, so before next one goes,
99.
quick question.
I have that.
For
email now, so
my
I can do
my
that.
class, it just says proficiency in simple and martial weapons. It doesn't say
It's
though.
almost every weapon.
But it doesn't
Pretty much
include
every weapon.
because there's also simple ranged and martial ranged. But does that mean it doesn't say simple melee
If you're
and
if
martial
you're
melee? It just says
proficient with
simple.
martial and simple, you're proficient with.
You're
pretty
proficient
much
with everything. Yeah.
Cool.
Well,
That means I
besides
still get my
firearms,
proficiency
but-
bonus on a crossbow. I'm fine. I'm cool.
Yeah, you're like
Yeah,
me. You're
good.
proficient with all weapons.
Cool.
Same.
If that's your, you're gonna do anything movement wise, like Thanos, or are you gonna stick where you are?
I'm gonna back away a little bit.
Okay, yeah, sure. Aberan, your turn.
Okay.
Wait.
I think the wings need to come out.
Whoa, whip out those wings, boy.
So
What
as
those
action,
do.
I am going to
it
activate
off.
Radiant Soul,
All right.
and I am going to fly up towards it.
All right, yeah. So you're like face to face with it now. It's a pretty fun sight because as you see Aberan fly up, this beholder is definitely a little bigger than Aberan as it kind of grins at you, and you get the sense that it can swallow you whole if it wanted to. It's definitely it's a very big boy, and you see 5 dangling like eye tentacles kind of shooting across, and all of them seem to have no pupils nor like an iris. It's just like this hazy white. You also, being face to face with the beholder, the fact that your wings are still up is a big deal. So yeah, you're not face to face with them. What do you do?
There's not really much I can do because that's my action gone. I'm going to use my bonus action.
Okay.
To cast Shield of Faith on myself.
All right. So that's a +2 to your AC.
Yep. And
Two.
that is currently what I'm concentrating on.
All right. So as you now fly up to his face, he's going to use a legendary action to just have a little nibble, and he's just going to bite in your general direction.
Okay.
Does it taste like chicken?
Tastes like Azuma.
That is a 14 to hit. So yeah, he tries to just nom you, and you manage to kind of just block his upper jaw with your shield and just push him back as he just. All you hear is just this guttural, pretty monotonous. Even when he attacks, he doesn't seem to any sense of emotion.
So he's dead inside, like Ectanis. Okay.
He's pretty much, yeah. He's just doesn't really seem to care. He's just attacking you because that's what he does, and there's no real reason behind it. If that's your turn, then now the beholder has a turn. He's going to use one of his eyes to shoot at you, Nicole.
Oh.
As a green beam leaves one of his
no.
extra eyeballs.
Green.
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
Fuck, I get big pluses on them. Let's go, boys. It don't matter. That's an 11.
Okay.
With your modifiers?
That's a
You
+5 modifier.
Fuck.
you are impacted by this beam, and you feel your body slowly stiffen up, and it's getting pretty hard for you to move.
Did you just throw your character?
No, I didn't. It's still there.
Oh.
It's getting pretty hard for you to move. You're not you still have some form of, but it's getting pretty tough for you to move. And he's gonna use one of his other eyes to shoot at you, Artanis.
Oh man.
Roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Dude, I get scared every time you point at the screen.
I know. I'm like,
know,
because we
everyone's
can't tell who you're
different.
pointing at.
Yeah,
It's not very smart. It's zombified, so it's not very smart. I'm rolling a d6 every time to just pick a target.
Okay,
So-
fair.
Saving throw.
Saving throw, dexterity.
That does make a difference. I don't know why I got excited.
21. Okay. You get hit
No!
by this bright red beam. It impacts you, and you feel you get pushed back, but you don't seem to take any physical damage.
They just knocked you back.
Just knocked you back a little bit because you braced yourself and kind of took it, and yeah.
I'm a beast.
So that's the beholder's turn. So it's now your turn, Narong.
Alright, I'm gonna fire off a shot with bad news.
Get it right in its eyeball.
Which one?
It's gonna be kind of hard to miss.
There's a lot of them. I mean, there's
There's
one
a
big.
lot of eyes.
There's one big one. You know?
22 to hit.
Oh, that hits. Yeah.
Okay. I was like scared for a second. I was like, no.
I'm sorry. I'm just looking something up real quick just to make sure that I'm not fucking up.
Ah, you're good, dude.
Yeah.
Just making sure that he doesn't.
That is 15 damage.
Imagine he kills one of us after like a break. We're all excited. We've had a 2-week D&D break, and then fucking dead.
Honest though.
Okay.
Another
Yeah.
do you
So
mean
you
one of
take
us?
out bad news. Take aim and just you hear a loud echo through the room as the bullet just sinks into this guy's into this guy's like fleshy. What the fuck do I even call this anymore? Beholders are fucking gross,
Flesh.
dude.
Flesh.
The fleshy.
Yeah,
flesh,
you hear a low guttural
That's fleshy.
as it impacts 15 damage, you said?
Yeah. And I'm gonna reload and shoot off another one.
All right, yeah, fucking go for it, dude.
19.
19 also hits.
Yeah.
23 damage.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah. You just reload and take aim again, and then just fire another shot. And you just hear this other loud as the bullet once again just leaves your gun, impacts the creature. It's pretty close to his actual like, big eyeball, and you just hear a slightly louder guttural. That's really all it does in response to it. Can't really do anything else.
Yeah. I was just gonna say I don't expect it.
You know. Give me a minute. All right, is that your turn?
Yeah.
All right, Nicole.
Yo, what the fuck's happened to me? What the
I
Oh,
want you
actually,
to
I'm
roll-
moving 35 feet back
roll-
as well away from it.
Sure, yeah, go for it. Roll another Constitution saving throw.
19.
Oh god, Discord just shitting the bed all over the place. Oh, there we go. Nicole and Bran are back now.
Roll.
Hello?
Your cameras were
Hello?
all janky for a minute.
Okay, yeah, I rolled a 19.
19?
Yeah.
All right. You start to feel your muscles tense more, and you start to look. You look down at your legs, and you start to see your feet and legs slowly turn to stone. But then you just manage to, with every remaining strength in your body that you have, to just kind of shake it off, and you see now the stone begins to reduce again, and you feel your muscles tense and are not as tense anymore. That is your turn though, but you've managed to shrug off the petrification.
Well, that's awesome.
Before it took effect.
Oh, I've got petrified. I've been like this for like an hour.
For like an hour, you turn to stone, homie. That's not
Then
just
we have to like
how-
take your body on some quest to be unstoned.
Well, no, the episode have ended and I could stop doing it.
Oh, fair. Yeah, fair. Yeah.
Check your script. It happens next turn.
Check your script. Yeah, exactly.
Oh man.
All right, so that's your turn, Kasiran.
I have one more question before I decide what to do. Looking at my fighter maneuvers, because like Riposte, for example, clearly specifies melee attack. Trip attack just says when you hit a creature with a weapon attack. So I could still trip it shooting an arrow at it. Or no?
Yes.
'Kay.
Technically, yes.
Technically, I could somehow hit it in such a way
Because it
that it
doesn't
knocks it
specify
back and
melee.
then...
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Just as weapon. It doesn't say. Okay.
Yeah.
So then we're gonna drop my sword and make a note to pick it up, but it's glowing.
Nah.
Like, it'd be pretty goddamn stupid if I left the glowing sword there. But I'm gonna write it down anyway. So drop the sword to take out my crossbow and back up my full 30 feet just to put more distance between me and the creature. And then aim right for the eyeball.
It's come
Right for the eyeball.
Roll your attack.
Oh! That's terrible.
Mother
I
bitch.
Rolled a 9.
Yeah, as you go to
Arrow goes
shoot your arrow, it just
Or
kind of
bolts, but...
or bolts, yeah, technically. It shoots and overshoots him, and you hear it just like shatter against the rock wall behind them. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I lightly swear. Load another one, because I get 2 attacks. And we're gonna try again.
Level 5, boys. Shit.
Level 5.
Fights get a lot more interesting with level 5 because you.
Ah! I'm rolling the dice so far away. What is that?
Some of us don't get to.
Hey! That's better. 23.
And that hits, yeah.
Yay! Alright. So then... I
You
need...
doing another trip attack as well?
Well, yeah. But I need... Where'd I put my fucking... There. I don't know where all this shit is. So that is a D8 for the damage, which I need to roll before I do the trip attack, because that impacts it. Here's a D8. Fuck me! I rolled a 1 on the D8.
Nice.
Alright, well, we're gonna go for it anyway, because not metagamey, I would have done it. Alright, so that's 3 damage from the crossbow bolt.
Okay.
And then the way trip attack works, I roll another D8 for my superiority die, and add that to the damage.
Yeah, that's the DC, right?
Yeah. Oh, I rolled an 8 on that one. Alright, so it has to make a DC of 11, and it's a strength saving throw.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't what?
Oh my god.
Oh, it doesn't.
That has no legs can physically not fall prone.
God damn it.
is
Well,
immune to
now
the
I
prone-
know.
Prone condition.
Alright, well,
But now
we
you know,
used...
yeah,
Now I
exactly.
know we used the superiority
You hear
dice.
just
It's
like
fine.
a slight
Yep.
as you impact him with the bolt, but he doesn't lower. He just kind of hangs out.
Alright.
He's just literally hanging out there, dude.
Alright, well then, that's
As you
that.
do that, he is going to retort with a legendary action, and as you now hit it, he's going to just shoot a beam back at you.
No.
No.
As a bright white beam
I want to
shoots
dodge.
your direction, I want you to roll a wisdom save.
That's literally literally my worst one. That's my minus modifier. Oh. I was like, I literally in my head was like anything but.
If only it hit me.
Or me.
If only.
If only.
What's your roll?
You did it.
As this
You did.
white beam impacts you, you don't take damage, but you are
I'm its bitch, aren't I?
suddenly scared shitless.
Oh, that's fair.
You are considered frightened. of
Okay.
this creature. What frightened does is that
I
you
can't move
cannot move
closer.
closer to
Yeah.
it. Let's quickly.
Do you attack
look
with
up.
disadvantage, or you can't attack it?
Frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls,
Okay.
while the source of the fear is within line of sight, and you cannot willingly move closer to the source of your fear.
Fair.
It can move closer
You-
to you.
It can
Yeah,
move closer to
but
you,
I
yeah,
can't
yeah,
move closer to it.
But so yeah, you can still attack it, but you'll do that with disadvantage. With your if you range attack it, you can
Yeah.
still do that, but you'll have
Yep.
disadvantage.
Yep.
So yeah, you're considered frightened. You can spend the end of your turn each round. You can repeat the save, try to break the fear.
Okay.
So yeah.
This dice is going away now.
So that being your turn, Tremaris is also still here. Hey guys. But isn't that one
It's
for
your
initiative,
boy.
is going
Hey,
to
boy. Dice jail for you.
see what do you have? What do you have? He's going to
Eldritch
use.
Blast.
He's going to use
Fuck.
his bonus action
Fire!
to hex the beholder. I think that just happens, right? I'm pretty
Mhm.
sure hex is just like it's like Hunter's Mark, pretty much, but
Yeah.
cooler. So yeah, he spends his bonus action to cast hex on the creature, which will makes it that it has. He's gonna say that he'll have disadvantage on ability checks that revolve strength.
Okay.
Yeah. And he'll deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage above any of his attacks that Tremaris does, so that's pretty cool. So that's his bonus action. He's going to use, fucking cast Eldritch Blast. You know, he has his nice purpley shiny staff. He's just
Yes, he
going
does.
to Eldritch Blast them.
Because that's the exact sound it makes, everyone.
Definitely.
That's now canon. It's
Oh no, this sheet doesn't say his spell attack bonus.
What's his modifier? It'll be modifier plus proficiency. If he's casting as a warlock, it'll be charisma plus proficiency.
Okay,
Yep.
so +5. Yeah.
As a sorcerers are also charisma, so.
Okay, so yeah, +5 to hit then. Alright, cool. Hey, that hits. 30, 20.
Yay,
For-
Tremaris.
This is no. That's mean. Let's see, that's a d10. Yeah, it's and a 1d6 with hex. Oh, yeah, watch out. Hey!
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
8 force damage and 5 necrotic damage as this purplish beam just leaves the orb on Tremaris' staff and just impacts his beholder in like its side. And again, he just responds with this guttural.
Anger away.
Yeah, and with that, that's gonna be his turn. Yeah. And with that, we go back to the top of the initiative round. Actanis.
Okay. Doesn't know what to do. Fuck.
cry. That's what I'm doing.
I'm just gonna cry.
Just
No,
cry on the inside.
It's Cyrus
I'm
again, boys.
going to shit. Don't know what I'm gonna
Shit on the floor.
do. I'm gonna throw another javelin because I can't do anything. Fuck all. Recklessly. Reckless attack it.
Does that work?
With
With
your javelin?
javelins? Cool.
Yeah, it's any.
I believe it
attack.
does.
It's
Any attack.
Solid.
Gonna throw that thing very recklessly. Although, like, from a logic standpoint, you only get one chance of throwing a javelin, right? Technically, like, logically. So, like, if you get, like, well, I'm gonna throw 2 and we'll see which one hits. Because advantage. It's a little wonky, but yeah, like, it works. Like, yeah, it's any weapon, any attack. So.
Nah, it's just aiming. It's like.
I mean,
Oh, yeah,
it's
it
a
is.
shot. It's a test, and then okay, that's what I have to do. Throw. Yeah.
Exactly.
Logic doesn't really come into it. We're fighting
With
a giant
reckless.
eyeball.
First.
With Reckless, I'd like to think that, like, you know, she just hurls it with pure anger.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
20.
all right, yeah, that hits.
Close.
Nope, doesn't hit.
Nah, he just got stronger all of a sudden.
Yep.
Yeah, it hits. Roll your damage and double it.
Sorry,
You're
sorry,
double
it's
the-
87 to hit. Sorry.
Double the dice roll and then add your strength.
Cool. Math. 15.
What was that sound?
Yeah, right?
All right. Cool. Yeah. So yeah, as it impacts,
That's right.
the javelin kind of sticks in there and has managed to like really be stuck in there. And you see there's this like wooden, like the bottom half of your javelin kind of just still stick out of this this thing, slowly turning it into a pincushion. You have your second attack,
Yeah.
and you have one javelin left.
Then I have 2 hand axes.
Oh yeah, you have those too. That's right. Oh, there you go.
If you get Octasus the armory, and it's just, I got
Yeah.
a whole kitchen.
So you have your
sink
second
here.
attack.
Nah, I'm not gonna try that right now. Okay. Shit. Okay, I'm going to.
Throw a
gonna
javelin.
throw my other javelin
Okay, roll your attack.
recklessly. Again.
Whack whoosh.
I don't want to use. Oh fuck it! I'm gonna try that dice again. Oh, shit, this is gonna go terrible. Fuck. Damn it. Okay, that's not bad.
Is it?
20 something.
Oh, okay, yeah, that'll hit. Yeah, that hits.
Okay, cool.
Guy's not like the highest of high ACs.
He has.
10.
He's a health mitigation tank like a barbarian, though.
10.
10.
All right. Yeah. As you hit him with your final javelin, you start to see, like some fleshy bits start to loosen a little bit, and you see that the parts where it's just like the parts of skin kind of just start flaking down, and he's looking a little less stable than he did before.
Nasty.
With that being your turn, he is going to respond with a legendary action,
Oh shit.
and
Right.
shoot
Okay.
you with a. Let's see. A yellow beam, as a yellow ray now from one of his eyeballs shoots directly at you.
That doesn't help
Um,
it.
It's
Roll a
custom.
Constitution saving throw.
Shit.
That's no custom.
Save me, dice.
God damn it!
14.
14.
Yeah.
You drop
Die.
your weapons and fall to the floor, paralyzed, unable to move.
No.
Good thing he can't melee attack. I mean,
Yeah,
he
you're
can.
considered
He can, but-
you're considered paralyzed. So you fall prone. You're incapacitated. You automatically fail strength and dex saves. Attack rolls against you have advantage, and any melee attacks are auto crits. But yeah, this guy doesn't do melee, so you luck out on that one. Yeah, you are
He tried
paralyzed.
to bite me.
For up to a minute, and at the end of each of your turns, you get to repeat the save. So yeah, you fall down, paralyzed. Abram.
I am going to do something potentially wreck.
Is he a barbarian?
No. I'm going
He
to
multi-class,
drop
you know?
my Shield of Faith.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Spirit Guardians.
Okay.
It is a very fancy.
Very nice, good spell.
Hmm?
Very good spell.
So now around Abran there is a swirling 15-foot radius of angelic looking warriors that are like corporeal like his wings that just swell around.
Mhm.
And the beholder on its turn I think needs to make a whiz save.
Okay.
So that is my action.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try and maneuver myself behind it, so it has to turn around.
All right, yeah, you won't leave his melee or like his so you won't
No,
get
I
an
just
attack
fly
opportunity.
around.
Yeah, you can do that. It does
That is,
follow you though, like he
That's
turns
fine.
with you.
that's absolutely fine. That is my turn over.
Okay, it's his turn now. Wisdom save, you said?
Wisdom save.
That's a 6.
That is a fail. So it takes. Let me get all of the dice for this magic. It takes 14 points of radiant damage.
All right, Abran. How do you describe your killing blow?
Hey.
Hey,
Ooh.
already dead. Okay.
This is a fucking zombie.
It's already
Zombified
dead.
creatures are significantly weaker than
Than their
natural-
counterparts.
Than their counterparts.
Yeah.
Significantly weaker. Than
Lol,
their
Yeah.
muted
I
myself.
mean-
Oh.
It's not my kill. It's basically one
Yeah,
to
the
shred
fucking-
by the spirits around me.
Time, describe it for me, baby.
The spirits
Tell us.
swirl from Abran's body around this beholder and just begin to tear at it with like corporeal axes and swords and weapons and just clamber on and bring
Nice.
it down.
Yeah, and as you all look and you see this swirling just group of corporeal fighters, soldiers, whatever the fuck you want to call them, tear into this thing, and as the dust kind of settles, you just hear just a very loud as you see the beholder fall to the ground, and just it just turns into like a puddle of just fleshy bits.
Question.
Okay, your paralysis
Uh,
wears off, Octanus.
As well as wanting to
Yay,
get
I'm
my
picking up my
bullets that I
javelins.
shot.
Okay.
I want to check if there are any potential like eyes left over to harvest, maybe.
I go pick up my sword. Everyone heard
pick
it.
up my
It's
javelins, I
hold my
happened.
weapons and
Is your
everything.
mic off, Laura?
Is
I
it?
can hear it.
Not now. It was before.
Okay. Yeah, I was just
Right.
reading your chat. I was like, wait, I can
Yeah.
hear you on stream though. So.
You know, I pick up the sword. Everybody
Yes.
heard.
I pick up all my weapons.
I would
including
like
my
to look
javelins.
right. Can I just explore the cavern we're in? Can I just have a look around and investigate? My stuff?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I just looking around.
Can I try
Um,
and using my sword, like the light, like a flashlight, look around to pick up any of the? I fired 2 crossbow bolts. Can I find any of them? And are they okay, salvageable?
Little perception check.
Oh, that's not gonna be good.
Because there's a lot of fleshy, goopy.
Oh my god! It's another natural 1. Fuck this dice too. Just fuck everything. Nope, they're gone.
Yeah,
They're
you
gone
don't- You
forever.
don't seem to find your crossbow.
You go
bolt.
Nope, they're
temporarily
gone
one.
forever.
Nicole, you look around the room. Roll. Are you just briefly glancing, or are you actively like?
I'm actively looking. I'm having like a big like.
Yeah, and
patrol
one
around
bolt
just
also
to see.
shattered against the wall when the one that you missed as well. Yeah, roll an investigation check.
While I still have my wings,
Here.
I'm just going to every feet or so on the ceiling and cast light.
But the ceiling is pretty lit up because there's like stalactites that have like this fluorescent glowing moss that make it. It's definitely dimly lit in.
Okay, but I'll
Yay for
area.
bioluminescence.
go along anyway. And
Okay, sure.
9.
You see that there's a tunnel on the other side of this cavern that leads somewhere. Other than
And
that,
there's walls.
it's very rocky.
Uh,
The moss is a pretty color. The moss on the ceiling is pretty color.
That's pretty. Oh guys, I found the talent. I think it's probably through here. If
could I,
come on.
or did I? Are there any like eyes to salvage from the beholder at all, or no?
Every eye is just like imagine like just blind. There's no pupil. It's just this cloudy white haze. They're definitely not intact beholder eyes.
Gotcha.
You can definitely salvage
Ooh,
them and see them.
My OBS is doing that thing again where we've just gone into the red and it is just staying there. We are just dropping frames like nobody's business.
Lit. Love it.
Is this maybe a good place to end for the day? Is it a
Not
bit
really.
early? No? Okay then. Oh, wait, it's back! It's back! It heard me threaten to cut off the stream and it was like, please turn now!
Oh god, no! The people need the D&D.
I'm assuming that at this point the minute of my wings has faded.
Yeah.
I will continue to hold my concentration on Spirit Guardians. I have 10 minutes total.
Okay.
So that's just sort of swirling around you all now.
Lit.
Yay!
I do want to pull out my shield as well. Reload
Okay.
my bad dude.
Sure. So we all do that. As far as you guys see, there's only one way to go.
I will take
That is not the way it came from. So
the lead. I'm just gonna start walking. I'm gonna look back. I think it's gonna be this way, guys, and I'll hold up my torch.
Alright.
That's lit, and I'll keep on walking. And I'll walk down, but I'll keep an eye out just for shit that's not rocks.
you guys all following Nicole walk and walk and walk. It's pretty like you guys walk uninterruptedly for like a good 30 to 45 minutes. It's a pretty significant like hike.
Okay, so about 10 minutes in, the spirits just sort of fade from around everyone.
And you get into a chamber that is again naturally formed, but seems like a dead end.
Is it similar chamber that we were in previously, or is
Yeah, it's very similar. Like this naturally like formed like cavern area that seems.
I will try and see if there's any like hidden passage or something, like try and like fail across like the rock.
Roll investigation check.
Anything that feels just like a bit weird around place.
While quite...
Oh shit! Dirty 20.
Hey.
What's up?
I was gonna say I'm gonna try and find a rock on the floor, like a small pebble.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cast a light on it.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw it into the room.
Clever.
Okay. Yeah.
Clever
Room lights up a little bit. Doesn't really seem to trigger any sort of response or reaction.
Okay.
So yeah, Nicole goes around the room, kind of feeling the walls, and you find a couple of stalagmites, but as you go and fiddle with them, they seem loose. And as you lift one out of the way, it reveals a small, carved out, almost like a crawl space that would fit something of your size if you were to like crawl down and crawl through it. And as you look into this crawl space, you see a dugout tunnel on the other side.
Aberrad, you're... Oh, actually, I'll pick up the pebble, that stone that is lit up, and I will throw it through the
Like just a little
the little
underhand
passage.
toss.
Yeah, little underhand just to light it up, because one assumes it's going to be very dark. And
Yeah, it's pretty dark in there. Yeah.
holding a torch, I'm like... Picks up the stone.
Yeah.
Just kind of...
Yeah. So yeah, you kind of like shove this pebble through that crawl space, and after a few feet, you see it light up the room or the tunnel behind it.
Nobody else.
Nothing seems to respond to it, and you now see a little better. See, this just seems a tunnel, partially naturally created, but definitely has some man-made digging done into it.
I'll click it. Guys, I think I found a little another tunnel here. It's not a dead end. It looks like this little passage here was blocked in. And I'll fucking get my claws out, and I'll kind of tunnel way through like that, like just crawling through, but using the claws to help me like get a bit of grip to pull myself along.
Okay.
And maybe like widen the tunnel a little bit because one assumes I'm.
Yeah, you like crawl through that little tunnel. It's not very it's not like a long crawl space at all. It's just
It's okay.
it's literally say like 10 feet,
Okay.
and then you manage to like pop out on the other side into what seems like another tunnel, similar to the ones you've traversed in before.
I will wait for. But I'll call back like it seems clear.
Air. So you guys follow?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, you
Fuck
all
that, boys.
relatively easily just get on your hands and knees and crawl through. Even Tremaris with his big ass, a little uncomfortable, but fits through. It's a little tight, but manages to squeeze himself through as well. Yeah. You are met with another tunnel that seems to lead down, like another downward slope. You're getting to the point where you're very deep underground at this point.
I will pick up that light pebble again.
Okay.
Just
And
keep
I'm
it with
gonna-
us.
Well, no, I'm gonna throw it further into the tunnel so we can see further ahead because I'm fucking blind.
You have a torch, haven't you?
Yeah, but
He's
it's
got
right in
his
front of me. I
lit
want to
sword.
try and. No, I've got my
Okay.
torch. I got a torch, but I want to see further ahead, and also it's a just to see if anything reacts further ahead, and just throw it if there's any reactions like the light as it
I'm
passes
gonna
through.
pick up like
Exactly,
4 or 5
so
pebbles off the floor and just start casting light on them.
Just giving them to me. Fucking gun.
Okay. Yeah. You light up pretty much the entirety of this like corridor, and nothing seems to respond. And as you guys just follow along, you eventually find yourselves in a room.
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
A rubber
And
room.
this room has a very big stone door
Oh.
in it, and on the floor there is a like a tile floor, and there's 10 different tiles, 10 different colors,
It's a puzzle.
10 different colors.
Mm-hmm.
Are they
It's
by
a
any
black
chance-
tile, a blue tile, a brass
The dragon
tile,
colors.
a bronze tile, a copper tile, a gold tile,
Yep.
a green tile, a red tile, a silver tile, and a white tile. 10 total.
Yep. Okay.
And as you get closer and look, you see that there's in common an inscription on each of the tiles.
Okay.
And on the wall next to the door are 10 torches in like sconces, unlit.
Can I go up to one of the tiles, no, without stepping on it, and see what the inscription says in common? Whatever tile's closest to me.
They're kind of like lined up. Lined up, 2 rows, 5 top, 5 bottom.
Okay.
So from your perspective, I guess bottom left.
Yeah, just go look at the bottom left tile.
Alright. The inscription reads, "I run smoother than most any rhyme. I love to fall but cannot climb. What am I?"
Oh no.
I would like to walk over and join Kassarin in reading these.
Yeah, and I'll say to the group, I was like, they seem to have, at least this one has a riddle on it. I think there might be a riddle on each tile.
I will go to the one.
Can I
that's
see
blue
the
dragon
one that-
tilted
I see the one that Kassarin read.
Yeah.
Which said, "I run smoother than any rhyme.
Than
I
most
fall.
any rhyme. I love to
I
fall
fall,
but cannot
but
climb.
I cannot climb."
Yes.
Abran just sort of looks at everyone and goes, "It's water."
Or I was thinking rain, but yeah.
Nothing seems to happen.
Can I take some water, just like regular water, not my holy water, anything from my water skin, and just like tiny drip a little bit out onto the tile?
As something touches the tile now lights up, and the inscription also lights up, and this is bright white color, making it better to read. And
Okay.
it looks like it's waiting for something. Like it lights up, and that's about it. Nothing else is happening at this point. And after a little while, as the water that's on top of the tile like kind of rise up, the tile and inscription fade again.
Can I try putting a little bit more water than last time? I want to see if it stays lit up for longer with a more water than before.
Yeah, you can pour some more water on.
Yeah, so go ahead.
Same thing happens, and as the water like dries up,
But it's when the water dries, it stopped?
Can I step on the tile?
and there's the wrong steps on the tile.
The same one or a different tile?
Is it the same one?
Same one.
It lights up. The inscription now very clear to read.
Okay. What?
Maybe we have to step on the tiles and give the answer.
Okay.
He's already on the tile. What's the worst that could happen?
Water.
As you say that, you hear as one of the torches on the wall has now a blue flame.
Looks like we're solving some puzzles.
Excuse me, black flame. It's the black tile you're at.
Yeah.
A black flame
Oh.
light
Okay.
up the torch, and as you step off the tile stays lit now.
I will step
Ooh.
on the one to the right.
So I would say I'm gonna try and
We
find
haven't
one
read
that has blue on it. That has
Should
You
read
can
them
read
first.
it while it's on there.
But what
Yeah,
if
as
what
you
if
do.
one of them might be a trap or something to make you think, and then you step on one that says, "Hey, lol, you're dead."
I want to read.
Well, then I'm fucked.
To the one that's
Well, I stepped on the one.
Okay.
I already said it.
Which one?
Can't
The
work
one
on it
just
now.
directly next to it?
The one to the right, yeah.
It's the one to the right of the black one.
Yeah.
Let's read the one next to it. Okay.
Yep.
That's the blue one.
Oh, that's fucking what I was going to do. Something.
And it says, as you get onto it, you read, I have a tail and I have a head, but I have no body. What am I?
Coin.
Ooh.
As you say that, another torch lights up. This time a blue flame.
Step on the one to the right of that.
Look at the rug's just going through.
I'm just gonna go around, man. Yes, it
Is
is.
this-
Lebronk's just reading out these.
Yeah.
I guess so, yeah,
I should
yeah.
not read it out, and then we'll ask.
Okay.
Just do this.
A brass-colored tile, and you get up on top of it and you read, what crosses a river but does not move?
A bridge.
A brass-colored flame appears on one of the torches on the wall.
You say
Step on the
that
one
they
on the
might
right.
get
Yes,
harder.
I'm pleasantly surprised.
I'm offended at you think so
Right.
little of us that you.
Homie. Can we flash back to the time you tried to like figure out a puzzle in that with
Whoa,
that
let's
fucking
not talk
thing?
about that. We're not talking about that.
Hold
Other...
for like an hour. Like, pushes it down.
You guys didn't have a
Um,
brown.
That too. Yeah.
The bronze-colored tile, and it asks, I know every language in existence. What am I?
Like a dictionary, but that's not a thing.
A pen or something, like a quill or
Oh.
writing.
Nothing happens.
Mouth.
Nothing happens.
A book.
book.
Yeah.
Hey, you know how I said we're really smart?
Yeah, we just jinxed it.
Writing.
Literally, next one.
Nope.
Language.
I know every.
Fuck.
Can
What
you
was the
repeat
whole?
it?
What was the specific
Repeat it.
I know every language in existence. What am I?
time? I don't know. Humanity. I know every language in
We're good
existence.
at this, guys.
What am I?
Shut the fuck. This is
I
this
didn't
is
say
a
we were
hard
good.
one.
I don't
This is
want
a
to
hard-
do
this is
it.
a hard
I
one.
claim.
We're
The rest of
getting
them
there.
are pretty obvious. I know every
Oh,
language.
I broke my pencil again.
Well, no wonder it's held together by tape. Get a real fucking pencil.
Or
It is a
use
real
sellotape.
pencil. I just sellotaped it together again.
That's not sellotape. Don't
No.
lie.
Step on the
It's not
tile
sellotape.
and try saying wisdom
Man,
or
I'm
just
on it.
or knowledge.
Just standing on it at the
Nothing
moment.
seems to happen.
Nothing.
Nicole, I'm gonna step on the one next
A
to that.
parrot.
Like, we'll go back to this one, guys.
A kenku.
I think we've got a lot to go through.
But what if we have to do them in order?
I doubt
Then
it.
we're fucked.
Probably don't, but
Okay. Well,
I'll
let's,
go to- I'll
let's
send
try
you
some
next one.
others. Yeah.
I'll stand
Mhm.
next to Naronk and whatever that one is and read it.
Alright, so you step on the copper tile. And it says, I'm rarely touched, but often held. If you have wit, you use me well. What am I?
Conversation.
Close.
Talking,
Speak.
Discourse.
Attention.
joking.
Ooh. Yeah.
laughing.
Synonyms.
What?
I would have thought conversation because you hold a conversation, and if you're witty, you're good at it. But like,
A smile.
No.
No, it's mine.
I
The
love
one I'm still standing on.
Oh, the one that you're standing on?
Yeah.
the language
Oh.
one.
Oh, damn it.
That was so poetic and wholesome.
I know it.
I was like, a smile, because that.
Rarely
that
touched,
I'm
but
rarely
often held.
touched,
Those with
but
wit
often
use me well.
held.
Held.
And if you have
Happiness.
wit, you'll use me well.
Charm.
A penis.
Tongue. Tongue.
Correct.
Hey, there we go.
As
Yeah, it's a
Abra said,
conversation.
Hold
tongue.
your tongue. Hold your tongue.
A
Hold your tongue.
copper-like flame now appears on one of the torches on the wall.
I will step over to the next one.
Okay, so you go over to the next row, because you now
Oh,
have
yeah.
5, 4 of which you solved, 1 of which is still in the
Yep.
process
Well,
of being
it's the
solved.
rock's just standing there like, what the fuck is going on?
Dude, I'm just like standing on this thing trying to figure out what the fuck it is, bro.
Right?
You
Like-
focus on that one, and we'll do the
You
others.
focus-
Okay.
What's the next one?
Wait, an echo.
Yes.
Maybe? Yes!
Oh,
I
there
was
we
like,
go.
Okay, it's gotta be something.
Yeah,
That's
as now
universal.
also a bronze
Oh,
flame
great.
lights up one of the torches. You've solved
Guys, we're not all
the
fucking
first like row of
idiots.
5.
Okay,
Fuck, man.
I love puzzles.
I know.
I love
So,
They're so
you
fun.
walk up to the next row. The first one in that row is the gold tile.
So annoying.
Okay.
I can't wait for it to.
I hate riddles.
Do you step on top of it?
Yeah, I'm stepping.
Okay, cool. You see now the text light up and it says, I'm seen to fly, described as hard. I can be your currency and heal all wounds, but not many things can stand my test.
Time.
Yep, correct. Now a golden-like flame appears on one of the torches on the wall.
You never guess what I do.
Always a riddle where the answer is
Just
time.
sidestepping. Just sidestep. Like,
Yep, sidestep on the green tile.
I sidestep to the left.
Without
To the
wings,
left.
without wings I
back,
fly.
Howard.
Without eyes I cry. What am I?
Without wings I fly.
Without eyes, I cry.
I am low-key impressed at how good you're doing this, by the way. Like,
The sky.
No.
I like right. No. Oh.
Sun.
Oh, I just had it.
Wow.
I'm gonna, hold on. I'll figure it out. Gonna figure it.
I hate everything about this.
Bird.
A cloud?
Birds have
No.
eyes. Like
Cloud, correct.
Cloud.
I said
Oh,
cloud.
You said
Oh, you did?
sky.
I didn't hear it. Sorry,
Oh,
I didn't hear it.
Oh, it's like
I said
yeah.
sky earlier, but
No, I
A
said
green flame now lights up one of the torches on the wall.
Hey,
Oh my
hey,
god.
never guess
Oh my
what?
god.
You never guess what?
You sidestep
I sidestep.
onto the red
wait,
tile.
really? You
How
sure?
many have we got left? Is it got
Three.
Three
Three left.
3 left. Okay.
Fucking hell, guys.
The
Which
red
one is
tile.
getting stumped?
The red tile reads, "I have rivers without water, forests without trees, mountains without rocks, towns without houses."
A map.
Wait. Fucking.
As a
Everyone's
red
thinking
flame
you-
now
I'm just gonna go sit in the
lights up
corner
from
and
one of
cry.
the torches. Nicole sidesteps
Yeah.
Laura,
on,
live for
onto
this
the
shit.
silver tile.
No, he's not moving
I
on this
got
one.
it. I got the coin one, guys, and that's it.
Laura,
Nah.
live for
I
this
got-
shit.
I'll tell
I
you
got
my
the
favorite riddle
one,
afterward. My favorite riddle of all
got-
time.
Enough of those.
Silver tile. I have two bodies, though both joined in one. The more still I stand, the quicker I run.
An ocean?
What am
Or like the sea, like the seas? A
River.
body of water? I don't know.
More
Wait,
still I
Sam,
stand,
can you
the
just
farther I
repeat-
run.
Can you just repeat that again, please, Dutch?
Two bodies I have, though both joined in one. The more still I stand, the quicker I run. What am I?
An hourglass?
Correct.
Hey.
As now a
Dude,
silver
if
flame.
we didn't
lights
have
up
fucking
the
Lauren
second
dips,
to
we'd be
last
fucked.
torch.
I got
One more torch and one more tile remaining
only
as
got
Nicole
two.
sidesteps onto the final tile.
I can't wait for this
It's a
one to
race.
fucking trap
What's
to
in
one
my
just
book?
die.
The white one. He who makes me doesn't want me. He who buys me doesn't need me. He who uses me doesn't care. What am I?
Oh, I like this. Oh, okay.
Sorry, I kind of.
He who buys me doesn't. Well,
Who
it
makes me just
makes me
repeat.
doesn't want me. Buys me doesn't use me.
Doesn't need me.
Need me.
Need me.
Okay.
Card.
And who uses me doesn't care.
Fuck, I've heard this. I've heard this word before. I should know it. Fuck, I've heard
Tears? No.
Nope.
Tissues.
Nope.
Dutch, I'm gonna have to fucking write this shit down just so I remember.
Yeah, I know. It's like hard without having it written down, but
Or type it in for something.
He who makes me doesn't want me. He who buys me doesn't need me. He who uses me doesn't care.
Hey, fuck, I knew it.
Apparently, all of chat knows this one, so now
I
I'm
see
annoyed.
that.
Like, fuck you guys. We got the other one.
what's the last line, Dutch?
He who uses me
Doesn't care. Y'all could be lying. I doubt you even know it, chat. I don't even think
I
you
love
know
how
it.
Sophie wrote it down and put it in the group chat for us all.
Yeah.
Tissues.
You're welcome, because it helps me.
Is it
Makes
OBS?
Makes me.
But we care about OBS.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Is it?
A trade? No.
I say, is it like a sword?
Oh! Now I feel like it's cheating though, because as I thought about
you play?
as I thought about it, someone also whispered it to me. So now I feel like even though I just had the brain, I said someone just whispered me the answer, but I did think of it as they whispered it to me. But now I still feel like I'm cheating if I say
Who
it.
the fuck whispered?
Well, the answer is a coffin. The answer is a coffin.
A coffin or a casket. Wow, you
Oh.
bunch of rats!
Who-
Chat!
Who the fuck did it? Who did it?
Who done it?
You say you're right
Rat him
now.
out.
Write them out.
To
No,
be
it's
fair,
whatever,
saying
dude.
who makes me doesn't want me implies, not all coffin creators want to be cremated.
All good. Yeah. So, yeah, a white flame
I
now
never would have thought of that.
lights up the James's band.
I did know that
A
one.
voice, a disembodied
now-
voice just goes 40 white horses on a red hill.
As now all the tiles are lit up and all the torches are lit up, the giant
Yeah.
stone door opens up, revealing a metal cage held up by a bunch of chains hanging above a very deep pit.
There's nothing in the cage? You just said it's just holding a cage.
It's holding a metal cage, a bunch of chains, and with a door that swings open.
Okay.
I
Hanging
guess
above a pit.
someone's got a little geek fantasy over here.
Or it's another
You'd know about
riddle,
that,
but
wouldn't you,
this
Nora?
time it's a puzzle, but just a visual. It's a different kind of puzzle.
Are you trying to kink shame me, Abron?
What,
You
you'd be alone
you
without
two
the
are
company
talking
of the
about
women you hit
sex
on.
and prostitutes and kink shaming. Can you just like go have
He
your
brought up
your
that.
pissing contest at
I
another
don't know
time,
about him.
please? Okay.
You guys are really well with those puzzles. Not gonna lie, I'm proud.
Well, can I quickly say my Gypsy because you like riddles? My favorite riddle. I don't even remember where I heard it, but it's the person I belong to rarely uses me. Usually used by others. What am I?
Wait.
I don't know.
The person. Nope. Close though. The person I belong to hardly uses me. I'm more often used by others. What am I?
Ears.
But you're on the right track. It's your name because you don't use your name on the
Ah,
order.
well,
But
that's close
anyway,
enough.
yeah, you were
Clever.
getting the gist of it's like. You know,
Clever
anyway.
girl.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um.
I like
so yeah, there's a
Cage.
metal cage
Suspended with
Maybe we,
chains.
suspended with chains.
Need to go down this cage.
How many chains are suspending the cage?
How big is the cage?
Pretty
Tell
sizable.
us all the things.
That's everything.
What's about
What's the chain color?
It's
How
held
many
up by like
links
by
are
four
there?
by four
Links to the
chains,
chain
and
Is there
those
any
chains
leather?
and those chains connect to like a mechanism in each corner that has just a real like long long coil of chain just rolled up around what looks like some kind of cogwheel. And
Is there
the
any kind of
cage is-
mechanism?
There is a lever on the inside of the cage.
On the inside of the cage.
The inside of the
I
cage.
think we're meant to go down,
Oh, yeah, look
and
for
I will
some-
step into the cage.
I will.
Oh,
Follow.
lever, Kronk.
I will follow Norok.
As you two step in the cage, it
How
dangles. a little
big
bit,
is it?
and,
How big is it enough to fit all of us in? Or
Yeah,
is it
yeah,
quite-
it's big enough, big enough, big
Okay.
enough.
Are you guys coming with us, or you know, stay up here and
Yeah.
do what you guys do?
Do what you guys do.
I don't like it.
What are you
And I
gonna do?
step into
Barbara?
the cage.
I'm gonna go in the cage.
got a bad feeling
I was gonna
about
say I'm
this.
saying I don't like this, but join them.
I mean,
And I will
what's the
pull
worst
the
that
lever.
can happen?
We
Yeah.
all die painfully
As you
and
all get into the
slowly.
cage,
You pull the lever and it
Narong
drops, and we
pulls
hit
the lever,
spikes. Frog
The
lever.
door to the cage closes, and you slowly see the change that the four devices that are connected to the chain start to rotate, and you guys get lowered into the pit.
This is smart.
Nice idea.
And you travel down this elevator, if you will, for a good 10 minutes. It's
Wow.
pretty deep pit that you guys go into.
While we're doing that,
Eventually-
can we just be like giving each other riddles? Me and Aberan are just like going back and forth with like the best riddles we can come up with. Like, have you heard this one?
Don't
And, like-
expect Aberrant to actually know any. Like,
Oh.
Narok
As
puts
you-
the gun very close to his head.
Nicole only knows them in Draconic.
As you
well,
guys
she
travel
has
down, after a good 5 minutes, the stone around you disappears, and you are lowered down into a big open chasm. Lots of lava lakes kind of bubbling
knew
away
it. I
in
knew
the
there'd be
bottom of the
lava.
pit.
of course,
Um,
the Morganasti doesn't like that.
and you see in the down below, close to where the elevator, you seem to see where the elevator is going to drop you off, a huge fortress made from a very dark stone. And as you get lowered down, eventually the cage stops, the door opens, and you see like this like little staircase that connects to the door, so you guys can walk down, and you are met by a gate with a sign that says Raskil's Blessing, and that's where we're going to end today's.
That was fun. I like the riddles. That was
Before
cool.
we finish up, can I break the handle off the elevator?
Rude. How do we get back up?
Fuck, man.
What
Sure
are
about
you doing?
that, bro? Okay, yeah.
I
sure.
can fix it. It's fine.
Roll a strength check.
Shit.
Roll a strength check.
I don't like that.
That's dirty 20, I think. Let me check.
All right, bye
Yeah,
OSG.
you,
Damn,
yeah.
you're a brave soul for being willing to stay up to watch this when you have to be awake again in 5 hours. But thanks, dude.
Yeah, you just like
Bye.
break off the lever.
In a clean break?
It's a little rugged, but yeah, you now have the lever in your hand.
I put the lever in my backpack.
Okay.
What the fuck?
That's going to be where we ended, boys and
I
girls.
was like, what
Guys,
Alright,
I have
cool,
a
we're
problem.
stuck down here because of an idiot.
I have a problem.
almost
My
like
two
I have the
favorite
ability to
Overwatch
fix
League teams
things.
are playing each other, and I don't
It's
know who to
almost like
cheer for.
That's probably not gonna happen.
Neither. Cheer for both of them to lose.
Look, if the bad guy tries to get away, now he can't.
I
Back at the plane shift, bro.
Other Gypsy, other
Dimension
other
door.
side, other side.
Yeah,
What
like-
if we have to get out quickly?
Alrighty.
It takes me an action to fix.
Well, that
still
was
seems like it's
epic.
gonna have-
It's a long time for someone to go stab.
I'm very proud of us, guys. Not only did we smash the riddles, we came up with like a totally valid plan to get into the mines,
Hang on.
and like without just like
It
blindly
worked.
just fighting our way in. We then fought, even though it was a zombie beholder, we fought a beholder. We did a lot of, and no
That's
one
the
took like
first-
almost any damage. Like we're.
I mean, I took damage, but...
I
We-
took
and-
no damage.
And I
We
got
don't-
to
we got,
scare
like-
you with the
But I got
beholder.
paralyzed.
Yeah, we got
I
like
will make
frightened
it.
and shit, and like
I
petrified.
wasted my third level spell.
Oh, trust me, the thing that Aberan resisted was it Aberan? Who did I hit with the?
It
red
was
beam?
Aberan,
Oh,
yeah.
It was
Oh.
Octanus. It was Octanus.
Oh no, yeah.
Mechanics.
Yeah,
That
that was
was-
a vaporization beam, right?
That was disintegration. It
Yeah,
was you turned to dust. So
Ooh.
kudos for you on making that save.
I almost got turned to stone. So you know, let's go boys.
Yeah.
The worst bit is I can't revive you from dust.
No, that's tough. Yeah,
I'm
dust
pretty
is.
sure
uh,
Revivify requires your body.
Yeah, it does.
Oh
It
my
does.
god.
So before we wrap up and pass the love to another level select streamer, are you doing Dungeon Discourse this week, Dutch?
Yes. Are you going to be there, Laura?
I can be, yes, I think.
That would be great.
Hold up,
'cause
let
We
me-
haven't had you on yet.
I
Anyone
know.
else wanna
Let me
hop
double
in?
check.
Yeah.
I've been on
Definitely not me.
twice.
Hi, Koiba.
Report
Yeah, you've been on
That's
twice,
something like,
Gypsy.
I've been on twice, I can-
So
No,
If-
just I've been
I
on
was
twice.
depend
someone else should do it.
unless like Soko or Bell really want to be on. If Koiba comes on, we could talk about his and Kisaran's little spat. Oh, but if there's other things you'd rather, obviously it's like you. I've never been on Dungeon Discourse before. I don't know what you.
I'm sorry. I just love the position.
He froze
that
and it's
Koiba
like-
was frozen in.
That was a big yikes.
top tier. That was top tier.
As your
I wish
computer
I'd like a little sniffed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My computer just fucking turned itself off. Let's go, boys.
Oh shit.
Pog, dude.
Koiba,
It's fine.
you've been on Dungeon Discourse
Twice in a
once,
row.
right?
Oh, he's been
Twice
on
in a
twice in a
row.
row.
Twice in a row.
Okay.
I'm not going 3 times in a row, mate.
No, yeah,
I'll get someone else
understandable.
do it.
All right.
Soko?
I'm not gonna be around this Tuesday.
Oh,
Or at least not at the time.
Do you
Yeah,
want to be on? Alright, cool.
I can do it.
So we'll have Belle
Ladies'
and Laura on for Dungeon Discourse this Tuesday. Boys.
Dutch can be an honorable lady for the night.
night. His face, he's so impressed.
You mean